Good evening and welcome to Total Football live on Euro Football Daily. Yes, that's right. EFD are going to be giving you loads more live European content going into next season. We thought, what better place to start than the Europa League final tonight between Arsenal and Chelsea. And as such, we've got a Gooner. We've got a... What's your club's nickname? The Blues.
Don't ask me.
The Bluer. And we have, of course, got Chris Hamill. Hamill, what are you doing today over in Social Corner, whatever it's called nowadays?
Well, I'm in Social Corner today. You know, the role made famous by Adam Templeman there. But as he's an Arsenal fan, I've stepped in. He wants to enjoy the game. So I'll be taking your questions on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, every single platform in the comments. So absolutely bombard me with them. On our official accounts, though, we'll be largely ignoring my own.
Yes. Lads, how are you feeling about tonight? Obviously, a Gooner and a Bluer. What are your thoughts? How are you
Just a blue. Why are we pluralising it?
Don't know.
I'm nervous. This obviously means a lot more to Arsenal than it does to Chelsea. I mean, he hasn't even spoke about it this week.
No, I do get that sense as well. It means so much more to Arsenal fans. Chelsea fans already have European football, and as such, just see this as... You know.
Also won it before and won the Champions League. Like.
See, he still doesn't care, and it's like
awful
that's
attitude.
Such a big time attitude for a club.
You're spoiled. You're spoiled. I mean, Arsenal haven't won it for 25 years. A European trophy, that is. You won the Europa League in what, 2013?
2013, Champions League, 2012, back to back.
Been there, done that. Doesn't care.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
So, who do you think's going to win tonight? Let's get your predictions in. Do you actually believe Chelsea can win this game?
Yeah, 100%. Why not? Chelsea's back end of the season's been really good. I will go with a 3-2 victory to Chelsea, like the first game we played this season.
Ooh, Temps.
I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal. I don't think form means anything.
You don't even sound like you believe that.
You really don't.
Well, you're hoping that form means nothing because Arsenal have lost 4 out of their 5 European finals and Chelsea have won 4 out of their 5 European finals.
Means nothing.
I think only United and Liverpool have won more.
Different manager, different set of players.
Unai Emery is an absolute machine in this
What do you think
tournament.
the score's going to be?
I want Arsenal to win, but I do think Chelsea are going to win. A tumultuous build-up to this game. You've got Sarri kicking a hat across the pitch in the pre-match warm-up.
People read into that so much.
So of course you're going to win.
People
got their score prediction.
I think it's going to be 3-1 to Chelsea, but I'd love to see Arsenal win. Back in the Champions League, 5 English teams in the Champions League.
Great.
Hunky-dory.
Yeah, I actually think 2-0 Arsenal.
Oh, come on then.
The
sofa's split.
Petr Cech keeps a clean sheet.
I actually think he might. I think Arsenal to just get it. I think that combination up front wins them the game. I think Eden Hazard, last game in a Chelsea shirt tonight, might be a little bit nervous.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I cannot disagree more. I think if anything, to be more up for if anything. If it's his last game, he'd be wanting to absolutely kill it.
Yeah,
he actually loved his time at Chelsea since he's been here, and he's been an absolute loyal servant. Why would he not want?
He does love the big stage, doesn't he?
He absolutely does.
Against France for Belgium, when he just
won
the world over, he was awesome.
If you look at all of his highlights when he's played against Arsenal as well, he's absolutely destroyed them in several ways. They're lucky Hector Bellerin isn't playing right back. Last time he played there, Mars had no one there at that point.
Do we have the lineups, by the way? Do we have the lineups?
We do. I can tell you roughly Chelsea's off the top of my head.
Do you want to pull them out while I go over some very damning stats?
You get the damning stats.
Because clearly we're organising this sofa for tonight. So you're getting the team lineups, are you? Aubameyang hasn't scored against Chelsea yet. Of course, him and Lacazette have scored 10 of your 14 knockout goals. So you feel like those boys are going to have to bang if you get a result.
Lacazette was really good in the last Chelsea-Arsenal game.
He's been great all season. But who are you going? First goal scorer.
First goal scorer. I'm going to go Aubameyang then.
Okay. Yeah. Breaking his duck, rewrite history. What about you, Jella?
Olivier Giroud, and then does that whole celebration. He did again.
I don't think he can score against that.
10 goals in the Europa League this season. Didn't even know he'd made 10 appearances.
And 3 assists.
I reckon Mesut.
You reckon Mesut?
I reckon Mesut. Yeah.
This is the narrative we're all missing. His last game.
Big games as well, Mesut.
Big game, big player, steps up, silences Unai Emery, just walks in front of Unai and shushes his own manager.
That'd be absolutely
bringing him on. That would be world class.
But get your score predictions in the comments below and first goal scorer at Football Daily, at Football Daily UK on Instagram and hashtag Armchair Fans so I can actually pick them out because first time in this role.
Not Armchair Fans anymore.
It's Total Football.
Hashtag Total Football. And already a doc has thrown me under the bus.
Right, let's get the teams then. Here they are. The Arsenal team. Petr Cech is a back three of Nacho Monreal Laurent Koscielny and Papastathopoulos.
Oh.
Probably our best.
Koscielny.
Probably our best.
No
that we got.
Mustafi tonight. Happy?
Yeah, very happy.
They've taken Koscielny, who needs 15 injections to get going.
I
over
will take
Mustafi.
Koscielny without the injections over
Just lying down, just planking.
Then two wing-backs, Kolasinac and Maitland-Niles. A midfield two of Granit Xhaka and Lucas Torreira. No room for Guendouzi. Mesut Ozil plays at 10 with Aubameyang and Lacazette.
Do you know what my favourite thing about this Arsenal side is that every Football Social episode, Dave Jackson calls Kolasinac Koscielniak.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ.
The Chelsea team, Kepa in goal, obviously, Azpilicueta. Christensen lines up alongside David Luiz, and Emerson occupies the left-back slot. Happy to see Christensen centre-back?
I mean, it's either him or no one. I mean, everyone else is injured. Gary Cahill's injured. Rudiger's injured. Ampadu's injured.
Gary
There's
Cahill's on the bench.
literally no one.
Ampadu's on the bench, though.
Yeah, but they've all got injuries as
Ampadu's
well.
on his back, Cahill's on his Achilles.
Yeah.
But you've
But,
barely conceded in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I
Played
don't know.
some
There have been
rubbish, though.
Yeah.
You say that. Eintracht Frankfurt were quality. I mean, there were a few scares. I think it was against the Ukrainian team.
No, wasn't it against Slavia Prague?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they were a bit
Almost.
scary. There was one, the penalty shootout, was that them? Or was that
The penalty shootout was against Frankfurt.
Yeah,
I tell you what, you've been pretty imperious though in this whole tournament. Whereas Arsenal, away losses to Rennes, away losses to Bate Borisov, like Arsenal fans are probably feeling a little bit more thankful for being here because their route's been a little bit more topsy-turvy.
I mean, the win against Napoli though was impressive. Like
Yeah,
you
very
actually
impressive.
played
Yeah.
Napoli away
Napoli
and
were an embarrassment.
slapped them about.
Yeah, we were strong against Napoli and strong against
Oh God,
Valencia.
what is
so they
this
were also
ceremony?
two big games.
There is there's more mascots on the pitch than there is people
I
in the stands.
hate ceremonies for these at the
I
moment.
didn't know they did
They're
one. for
so
this.
bad.
Yeah.
2 years ago they brought the Black Eyed Peas out.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
it's what's his face?
I thought that was. I thought they
It's,
said that was
it's
Seth
so
Fabregas.
did I.
It's the
I was
Brit-
like, what?
It's the British DJ.
Who is it?
Let's carry on with the Chelsea midfield then. N'Golo Kante, Jorginho
Always
and
in.
Kovacic. No Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah, he's out.
Injured,
But Kante, a big win tonight.
I mean, is it?
What, him being fit for the Europa final?
Is it
Yes.
50% Kante?
I'd rather have a 50% Kante than any of your midfield options on the bench. Would you rather be playing Kante at 50% or Ross Barkley? I would.
Ross Barkley on the bench.
I
And then put Kovacic where Kante is?
No, I'm not convinced. Pedro, Giroud and Hazard going forward.
Yeah, I mean, Pedro, as much as, he has his downsides, he is actually very consistent and he still has the quality when needed. Eden Hazard, we all know about him, and Giroud has been absolutely killer in this tournament.
Kill 'em.
So I would prefer Hudson-Odoi, and I reckon if Hudson-Odoi was fit, he would have played Hudson-Odoi. But unfortunately, his Achilles has kept him out until like October, isn't it, or September?
It's not
which
just
is
that.
sad.
That's so unfortunate because the under-21s obviously playing the
Yeah,
Euros,
yeah,
so
he
he's
would-
missed
he
out on
would
that as
have
At
well.
least that means you won't lose him in the summer.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, very true. Silver lining, innit?
Silver lining, yeah, exactly.
I mean, no guarantees you won't lose him. There's been a lot of chat anyway about the crowd in over there. What are your thoughts on the whole Baku situation? Let's touch upon that, May, as well, 'cause it's been a big talking point in the build-up.
Absolute
It is a disgrace.
shambles, isn't it?
It is a disgrace.
They're staging this, somewhere that's where the fans have to get 2 or 3 flights to even contemplate going. It's and the fact they can't guarantee the safety of Henrik Mkhitaryan is one of football's great failings this year. And there are large.
According to them, they can guarantee
The camera's
it.
panning
They
around
definitely
now, and
can't.
there's large sections of the stadium that are out of
Incredibly.
action.
Wasn't it the club sent back 60. The clubs sent back 6,000 tickets.
I think
Yeah.
they might have.
And then the sponsors sent back 40% of theirs.
I'm not sure it's as bad as they first made out. It's looking
okay.
largely full.
There's a lot
But-
of
Radically empty on that top row. though.
There were reports that Arsenal and Chelsea only sold 5,000 tickets combined, which haven't been
I think it was-
verified.
And I think
but
Arsenal were a majority of that, and
We were-
Chelsea's very low.
we
would
were
be would be
4,000.
absolutely stinking.
I think
we-
Chelsea's are in
it's
the hundreds.
empty.
And also, but it's even been with getting there, not just getting the
That's
tickets.
what I'm saying. You have to.
The
Look at top
players
left
are
there.
mental. One of them has been I read a story today that a guy paid nearly $1,000 for a guy paid nearly $1,000 for a flight, and when he got to the airport, the plane had no fuel,
Wow.
and so he might. I'm not sure if he's gone or not in the end, but he
listen,
might
Probably
not.
hasn't.
all for bringing
It's
all for
mental.
bringing football to these far reach places, but there has to be if it's going to be there, the logistics have
Yeah,
to be simple
100%.
for the fans, and it's not.
Yeah.
Once again, it's the fans getting kicked to the curb, isn't
Is
it?
that just a notebook left on the
A pucker
Pucker
pad.
pad.
That's class. Ida Johnson brought his notes with him. What a legend. What an
Wow,
absolute
they'll be
legend.
fuming about that.
That's a mess.
Have they tried to come across
that?
more casual like that?
It had to be a pucker pad as well. It's great advertising for the boys there. Actually, great advertising.
If Pucker's Twitter aren't all over this, then
What I will
Oh,
say
they
is
will
Cesc Fabregas rocking that tie clean. I think I'm liking the look
He's
of
a clean
Cesc
boy.
down the
I mean,
studio.
I reckon
he's a clean boy.
his career after football, like, he's very good as a pundit, I've found. So his career after Monaco, after hopefully the 3 years, if he doesn't go into coaching or management, which I probably assume he will, I mean, he's got.
His hairline's made a tremendous comeback as well, hasn't it? That is that's one of football's great achievements this season, the 18-19 season.
It's a turkey job every day of the week.
It's definitely a transplant job.
I'm not sure he has to scrimp and go to like Budapest to get it done.
Probably goes Belgrade.
Maybe in Monaco one.
If you are new to the channel and you're enjoying Total Football, the game starts in a couple of minutes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. Yes, it does. It's 7:58. So once these lot are cleared off the pitch,
they've got lots.
it will be kicking off. Let's get the first question from you guys at home then, from the hamster.
Oh, well, a seminal moment this. First question, lads, is from Henry. Would you take Arsenal losing the Europa League to stop Spurs winning the Champions League? And this is very much of the George Wright school of thought. Absolutely pathetic.
Would you take Arsenal?
Yes.
What was that?
Would you take Arsenal losing the Europa League to stop Spurs winning the Champions League?
We've had this debate, right? We've had it
Absolute
in the office
mentality.
all week. So George is very adamant he would take Arsenal losing this.
For those who
if
don't
it
know
meant
who
that
George is, by
Spurs
the way.
lost, yeah, George Wright, big Arsenal fan,
Massive Arsenal fan.
very negative Arsenal fan. I just don't want. I wouldn't want to see Spurs win it either. It'd be horrible. Imagine if we won this and then Spurs won on Saturday. It would completely kill off this moment.
But Spurs are deserved to win it.
It would kill it off.
Nobody
though.
would remember this.
And we've never won. We've never won the Champions League. So them winning it before us would absolutely kill me.
What's happening here?
Yeah, a few old legends wheeling out the trophy.
So in answer to your question, yeah, I would take a loss.
Pathetic.
Wow.
Do you boys sympathise with this viewpoint, or do you think it's pathetic?
I think it's
small
very,
time.
Well, all right, Liverpool winning the.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Well, us winning a trophy or Liverpool losing?
You winning this or Liverpool winning the Champions League?
I would rather win the trophy. We've already won the Champions League 3 times.
Yeah.
True. It doesn't compare, does it? It's not the same.
I think the Europa League, as much as people joke about it and stuff, like Man United, that season when we won the Europa League under Jose, and we also won the Cup, like that was an okay season for you. Like, that boosted us a
made
lot.
the season good. Yeah.
Like it should have boosted us more than it did. It brought in a lot of
Boosted
players.
It actually gave you the opportunity to do some good squad building. You didn't take that opportunity, but at least it allowed you to attract Champions League players. And you're saying you'd give up another season in the Champions League?
I think it's mental.
You've not been there for 2 years.
Just for Spurs not to win the Champions League, yes.
Oh, wow.
I would, but I really want to win this game. All that aside, I really want to win this game, obviously, because it's the difference between apparently 30 million in the transfer window or 100 million. That's what they're saying. Don't know if that's true.
Well, the group stage is worth about 40 million to a team. So that kind of makes sense.
Crazy.
That is crazy, given how tight you've operated as like a club over the last few years.
We won't
Just
get
like
100 million.
Scraping together
Rubbish.
players, other than Pierre. He's obviously been a resounding success.
Yeah.
I don't think you...
We got him cheap.
They say that, but Pierre and Lacazette are nearly 100 mil.
Yeah, we got them cheap.
That's cheap, yeah.
Yeah, Lacazette was just under 50.
Those two players are
just
cheap.
52 or something.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 28
it's
for
when you make
57 million.
Cheap.
It's when you make a Xhaka signing for 40 is when you've got... You burnt the fingers of the board.
And Mustafi. How much was Mustafi?
Yeah,
35.
Aubameyang's been a resounding success. For
Yeah, 100%. I still don't understand how Chelsea helped him with that. Why did we accept to get rid of one of our players and take in one of their sub-players so they could get one of the world's best strikers?
Have you seen him though?
Oh yeah, but look at how good looking he is.
They were charmed by his
Look at
eyes.
Giroud's face.
They just showed
That
the
is
pictures.
absolutely
I do like him.
Right, next question, lads. This is from H2_O. Do the All English finals prove Premier League is the best league in the world right now? Word for word.
Yes, it is. I think
it breaks it question.
I think it's been La Liga for like the last 5, maybe even 8 years. It's been La Liga consistently, but now I think it's unquestionably the
Well, it's been
Premier
a few. It's been 2 teams from La Liga rather than, or 3 teams rather than.
Well,
the
a team
actual
from
league.
Spain has won it every single year, rather than Manchester
But
United.
that team has always been amazing.
Well, no,
Right.
Sevilla won 3 consecutive Europa
Oh,
Leagues.
so you mean Europa League?
Flamengo won it last year.
A Spanish team won either the Champions League or
Yeah.
the Europa League every single season, I think, other than Man United's since 2012, or since you boys won it. 2000,
Yeah.
what was that, 13?
2013.
That was 12, yeah.
So for the last 5 years, which is pretty impressive. And now I think that you're seeing the standard of coaching in the Premier League is so much better than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
I think probably the only notable name outside of the Premier League, maybe Allegri's gone now, so I wouldn't include him. Maybe Tuchel, I think, could challenge that sort of top 6 levels of managers. I don't think anybody else wouldn't put Valverde up there, wouldn't put Zidane up there right now. I definitely wouldn't put Niko Kovac up there. Don't have Lucien Favre as
Ernesto
that sort of
Valverde's about to lose his job.
So no, not Ancelotti at Napoli. I watched that Napoli team get absolutely blitzed by Unai Emery at Arsenal. So I don't think any of them are even fit to lace the boots of the top 6 in the Premier League right now. So I just think that
Especially
the quality of coaching, the amount of money in the Premier League, it has just taken them to a whole new dimension.
I mean, technically, the coefficient for Spanish sides is still far superior. So if
but
we're
that's
going to
because
be,
of that dominance recently.
if we're going to be by the book, then Spain definitely still have the edge in the modern era, don't they? Best league in the world right now, but has it been the most entertaining? Is there something about Liverpool and Manchester City turning into super clubs? And this is a deviation from the question by me that has not rendered it boring, because the fact that they, what was it, 97, 96 is a superb end to the season. But going into next season, it's probably going to be those two again. Or are we in danger of it becoming a little bit predictable? Because the other leagues have been crazy entertaining.
I mean, they have to a level though, but they're way more predictable than the Premier League. Like, you know that Real Madrid, Atletico and Barca are going to be the top 3. Like, you know that PSG are going to win. You know Juve are going to win. You know Bayern are going to win.
I guess there's just more possibilities, right, with the Premier League. There's a top 6 and possibly a top 7 next season with Wolves if they do well. Whereas with the other ones, there's less teams. You've kicked off, by the way. So
here we go then, boys.
Baku,
2019. The excitement's at fever pitch.
Arsenal already lost the ball.
There's something.
It's been 10 seconds.
There's something already weird about this camera angle as well.
It's very high up.
Very high.
It's like when
extremely high.
When Liverpool
like
fitted
cam.
new stands into their thing and their camera.
It reminds me of White Hart Lane, actually. That's a really annoying camera angle.
White Hart Lane or the new stadium?
Well, it's obviously the old one. The new one's absolutely sensational.
Yeah, the new one's amazing. The new White Hart Lane, whatever they're going to call it eventually, it's Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Jorginho to get his first assist.
I believe Michael McCunn's hot take today was that the Premier League hasn't. And this goes back to David Luiz. Goes back to the question as well that the Premier League's has not been the best league in the world for kind of. I suppose in the 90s, bit of a shambles. Early 2000s, it was kind of getting there. I suppose Abramovich's money definitely changed the complexion of it. But I remember just reading a bit about the new Arsenal stadium and it going from having 4 broadcast cameras at Highbury to 20 at Highbury. So all the new stadiums, absolutely sensational.
Crazy. I think we have there's actually a thing. There's actually a proven point here, and I can't remember the guy's Twitter handle, but he's a big Twitter guy in football. That in the Premier League, we essentially make our pictures look greener on TV.
Heard this as well.
What, saturation or the vibrancy?
Rather than the Serie A and Spain, the pictures will look a bit more less.
Turn the saturation.
Turn the saturation
I've heard
down.
this as well.
Why is that? Just to keep.
I don't know. I think essentially it makes it. It will
glossier
make
product.
Yeah, it makes it look more attractive as well to our eyes.
The pitches in Italy are genuinely quite bad. I mean, the stadiums are genuinely quite bad. They're having an absolute crisis. Shaky Maitland-Niles.
Socrates starting really well.
Socrates is quality.
Let's have another question. Let's have another question for you boys. Ashley Toomey, which squad is better, the Chelsea winners' Champions League squad or Tottenham's Champions League final squad?
Oh, Tottenham's Champions League final squad. Chelsea were
what was Chelsea's like?
So Chelsea's
Ryan
was
Bertrand started every week.
Chelsea's was Cech in goal. So we're talking about the starting lineup or that squad in general.
Cech was great.
He says Champions League squad. I mean, you were missing quite a lot of first teams.
So
squad is definitely
in goal
Chelsea's
was Cech, who was quality. Let's be honest. One of the best keepers in the world at that point. Left back was Ashley Cole, arguably one of the best left backs to play the game. Your centre backs in the game were Cahill and David Luiz.
Oh, lovely. Well played,
which is okay. I mean, John Terry had been sent off, so it's fair enough. Right back was Basingwa.
He was all right.
He was
the eyebrow.
He's no worse than Trippier.
He's absolutely fine. Yeah. We then played. What did we play?
Mate, this is an undoubted. This is the easiest answer ever. It's just Chelsea by an absolute mile.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Pochettino witchcraft that has got.
Yeah, I guess so. Now that I think about it more, I forgot we had Lampard. Jesus.
Yeah,
Juan
Lampard,
Mata,
Drogba, Mata.
There might have been some
Right.
players kind of coming to the end of their
Malouda
Chelsea
Kalou.
career. Like you went through that Ancelotti stage where you were really good, didn't
Mikel.
you? But you won the Champions League under Di Matteo.
Yeah.
And then the Europa League squad is when it started to age out a little bit.
Oh, what
Ivanovic.
speed! I mean, that Champions League squad in general was very.
Still had a
I mean,
strong
that
spine.
that run was a kind of a bit Tottenham-esque
Hmm.
this season when we were losing to Napoli and then we got rid of AVB and then we hired Di Matteo and.
He's back in
Oh my
football, isn't
God.
he? Hold on,
Is he?
AVB.
Oh,
AVB 's at
AVB, sorry, I
Marseille,
think you
yeah,
meant
he's
Di
at
Matteo.
Marseille.
Oh, Kovacic,
He was
yeah.
a favourite for the Celtic job at one point, and I would actually probably
AVB,
rather take him than
Where's he
Lennon
been
at this point.
since before?
So
Uh,
he moved
Russia.
to Russia for a bit.
It was a driver or a
China?
What,
I don't
what was he
know if that's
doing?
true.
Oh, he
What?
was.
No, it was true.
He did the. In
Yeah, he did the-
France or is it?
No,
maybe
it was
somewhere?
like a.
drag
Daytona
race
rally
kind
or
of
something.
thing.
What?
Yeah, he's just.
He's got a passion for motors, mate.
Yeah.
So he took time out of
Yeah.
management.
So
Let's do
easy
that.
answer
Fair
to
play.
that question
Yeah,
is
Chelsea.
Tottenham, isn't it?
I thought we said.
Oh, sorry.
Which one's
Who
better?
has the better, not
Yeah,
the worst?
Chelsea.
Chelsea,
it's,
yeah.
it's Chelsea better. Tottenham
Don't
right
play
now.
Liverpool.
How are they in the Champions League final? Absolutely stunning.
Fair play.
Does anyone know anything about the Newcastle takeover? Because Gardner NUFC has asked about it.
So they have essentially the people that are taking over have submitted all the forms that the Premier League wanted. Like they've apparently submitted
there's names in the dotted line and all sorts.
their proof of their finances as well.
Have they?
Yep, they've
Yeah,
submitted
that
that.
was
They've
today,
submitted
yeah,
that
I saw
proof. Again, the proof was in quotations, so whether it actually is, we don't know yet. But currently, all seems to be going ahead.
Sheikh Khalid,
It
and
looks
of course,
good.
is cousin of Sheikh Mansour, who owns Manchester
funny
City.
how,
Supposedly, but that's also
and,
A lot of
that's also
Newcastle
for the
fans
bag.
are against.
Failed bid for Liverpool last year of $1 billion. This is only costing him 350 million. So
Fair play. I mean,
bargain.
it's got the history and the and the stadium for a big club kind of title. St James's Park is St James Park is quality, and the
The
whatever,
fans
what's
are
that
amazing.
one? There's that one stand which is
I get
Gotta
pretty
be the
bored.
worst stand in
Pretty
football.
bored when people say that Newcastle are a big club. They're a big local club. They're not a big global club.
Yeah, but they would be if like City, right? City weren't a big global club.
Yeah,
until they got
City
one.
aren't a big club.
Still not a
But
big
it's
club.
still not a big club, no.
Still not a big global
Have you
club.
ever done a live stream on a Saturday on Football Social, Manchester City?
I mean, the
13K
views don't-
overnight,
views-
brilliant. Right.
They're
Views
fa-
don't what?
they're
Views don't what? The views directly prove how big a team
They're-
are.
They are. They
Sorry
have
for
a
Man
very.
United and all
Man
that
City
time.
have
I'm
a
pretty
very
sure.
small
I'm pretty
fan
sure if you went to a place in Africa, they would know what Manchester City are.
Well,
Yeah, they
would,
would.
yeah.
They wouldn't
That
be
would be a
supporting them. They'd
global
all be
club.
Man
Literally
United
been to a
fans.
place in Africa. They're all
would
United
be
or
a global
Chelsea
club,
Chelsea
though.
fans. Actually.
They are global, they're just not to the scale that
Didier
United,
Drogba fans.
Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. They're miles off it.
But they could be there eventually. But at the moment, no.
I don't know what you're.
I mean, they're just
they are
buying
just
clubs,
miles
aren't they?
off.
They're making up for not being a global club by literally becoming quite literally a global
I think my
club.
global club definition is different.
What was your global club definition, Zach?
Well, being known around the world.
Well, that's every club.
Well, no, not as if people in
Exeter
Africa
City
know.
are known in Sao Paulo.
Being popular.
You've got
I
to talk
doubt
about
it.
Like,
the
I think-
They
fans
are. They
as well.
play a yearly friendly
You-
against Sao Paulo.
you're gonna have-
Like,
Oh, that's
You're gonna have many, like much more Pep fans, like Pep wherever he goes, more
Yeah.
Pep fans than Man City fans. So yeah, you might be right in the sense that at the moment, because of Pep, you know that there are more. There's the global fan base, you know, or the interest is there. But
Yeah, like every country has a fan club, don't they, for each club? You can guarantee Man
I mean,
City's
yeah,
won't
New
be
York
as
have
big as
Sunderland.
everyone else's.
Yeah, New York does have Sunderland. Doogie was there.
Doogie
was
Farnham.
actually at
How we
Sunderland
found that
supporters
is
club.
beyond me.
You must have,
Oh,
I
well
must
done,
have
that's
Googled
sweet.
it.
right,
Maybe his
how-
brother knew.
No
How's
clear-cut chances
how's the
yet.
game
No
going
clear-cut
then,
chances.
Zacharias? You're watching Chelsea.
Um,
Chelsea's just currently cleared.
I
it.
do feel Chelsea have been dominating. I don't think anyone's really had a clear-cut chance. We've
say
tried a few
anyone's.
long balls, which have just been a bit too long. But in general, I think it's quite 50-50, as usually most games are within the first 7 minutes. However, let's hope Chelsea score.
I mean,
Started at a
nothing's
decent
happened.
pace, hasn't it? There's a little bit, you know, there's intent there. There's a little bit cagey, but right.
I think no one wants to make a mistake.
Yeah, I
right
think
now.
no one's
that's-
making
Really
that.
seeing the
No one's
brilliance of
trying a
Sarri
hard
ball
ball, yeah.
Right.
But what do you
Explain your
want- what do-
hatred
yeah,
for
What do you
Sarri.
want him to do?
Because the next question is about Sarri, so come on, go first.
I don't have a hatred for Sarri.
You do.
I don't have a hatred for Sarri. I don't like what he stands for as a human.
Sure, but
Fair.
that's a different question.
Won't get into that.
Let's not get into
And
that.
it's a much harder conversation to have.
But in football terms,
I just think his football this season I feel like he has basically got like a hipster brigade that follow him around, and are like, he really plays this beautiful brand.
Really, because I feel like he's been hounded out of England by the press and by like neutral fans.
I don't understand this big hatred about Sarri. Like people are going, why is Sarri ball not working? Because he doesn't have the right players.
Back post.
Whoa! Oh!
Big chance.
Big chance.
What happened there, Temps?
I mean, it lagged a little bit there. it just came to Aubameyang on the edge of the box. He just half volleyed it very softly wide.
Not brilliant keeping by Kepa.
Not a great shot.
Good play by Maitland-Niles to get down this wing.
That was a lovely cross from Maitland-Niles.
Not a great bit of goalkeeping, I'll be honest.
Did that get deflections and get away? That was a really poor shot.
Ben should be doing a bit better there. He's averaging 4 shots.
What is Kepa doing?
Yeah.
3.3 shots per game in the box.
It to come,
wrong, doesn't it? I think he just gets it horribly wrong.
Mad.
But yeah, either way, back to Sarri. I don't look. His football's okay. It's fine. But I think that he's.
If you expected him to play Napoli style of football after being there for 3 years in one season at Chelsea,
I didn't expect him to play that. But I feel like his fan base are like, yeah, he's played this.
So you hate his fans. You hate his fans. You don't hate him.
I don't really like his fans. I don't really like him as a guy. I just don't really see anything likable about Maurizio Sarri.
So more in a person.
I think he's pretty much thrown a hissy fit.
Sure,
most of the season.
I can agree with that.
I think he's isolated himself away from the fan base for a lot of it. I think he's isolated a number of young players that he didn't need to do. I think the incident yesterday has kind of maybe been blown out of proportion a little bit, but equally like surmises it quite nicely. Like you know the cameras are watching. Like stop throwing a hissy fit in this moment.
But he's a very
I get he's this emotional. I'm an emotional character, but like it's the reason that I thought towards the end of his tenure, Jose was becoming an idiot. Like he was just becoming this.
But people love Klopp, bombing down the line.
Yeah, it's different, right? Like if he's winning all these games and then he's going, oh my god, look at this. Then it's he's passionate about the club.
But people still hammered Klopp when he was moaning about the grass length, and I feel like Sarri just is like a moaner like that.
I don't think I've ever seen Sarri like bombing up and down the pitch when
he's
they're
not
winning.
Like that.
I only see that when they're losing.
He's not bombing up and down the pitch when we're losing.
But like,
he's a different man. I don't think he could run 10 metres as that.
Well, he's only hyperactive when he's moaning.
I'd say.
Like he's a fine boss, but
in defence of him, they've actually had quite a good season, Chelsea.
Exactly.
But I just think he's come across a bit of a clown this year. Like,
yeah. Against the odds,
I think like this is a man who's not had any backing really from the club. Has never ever spoken to our owner, apart from once when he joined.
But does that excuse his attitude?
But these are reasons towards it. Like it's context, right? Everything needs context, and I think the guy in general has finished third against under two teams who have been insane this season.
Yeah, for sure. And that I'm not knocking his achievement of finishing third. What I'm saying is that I think that he's not behaved particularly well as a manager this season. I think he's done an okay job, and generally, I think he probably should keep his job. But I would not be in the slightest bit surprised to see him sacked. And I think that is probably testament to the fact that, despite the fact he's had a good season or an okay season, like his attitude has stunk pretty much throughout it.
Mate, when people are getting at you, you will. I think he's just not. I think he's a person that doesn't think about. Okay, the media's going to do this. The media's going to do this. Like he's an old school manager where it is just if the football's doing bad, I'm going to berate my players. Like this is how I work. Yeah. Right. Like this is.
Yeah, he's built in that sort of Mourinho ilk, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's just tiresome.
And he's. I think we have seen a different side to him sort of post-February. He's given interviews in the last 2 or 3 weeks where he says, I've got 22 players that I love now. Like,
do you not think that's just because he got absolutely pressured into playing off this
But the back end of their season, and I think he's largely stuck to his guns, hasn't he? Amidst pretty unprecedented and unwarranted pressure to change his system. But I think the way Chelsea came through it, the second half of the season, I think shows that he is kind of slowly winning the players over.
You say that undeservedly changing his system. Like,
no, I do think
it was tired. Like the players and the fans hated it.
When the fans and when the press latched onto that whole, Kovacic comes off after 60 minutes narrative, they sunk their teeth in big time. Like, admittedly, it made them predictable in various games. But you could list off another, 5 managers that all employ, pretty consistent tactics.
How many times did Theo Walcott come off the bench for Everton this season? Probably the same winger.
Literally, Tom Rogic for us couldn't last longer than 50 minutes at a game.
And I understand that, but I think it's like that begrudging nature. Like he's like, oh, I'm not gonna.
He doesn't make it easy to like it.
I reckon.
That's like the Jose Mourinho. Like, oh, just shut up, mate.
I don't think he realised quite what the Premier League was like compared to the Serie A.
Oh. But I mean,
in Italy, things are a bit. I think things are a lot more calm and things are a lot more chilled out. Whereas here, any little thing you say, people are going to jump on, or people are going to disagree.
Yeah, the media will twist your words.
Or Twitter here, I can get almost guarantees is a lot more stronger than it is in Italy.
Yeah, for sure. But he makes it very hard to like him as a bloke.
And when you're losing and you are having a bit of a difficult part, you are going to obviously be a bit more aggravated. Last season with Napoli, he's playing amazing football and has got 90-something points, the most for anyone,
lovely.
For anyone to have not won the league.
Yeah, and this isn't me knocking his achievements, because I agree with you. I think he's done well to get third place, and if he wins a Europa League and finishes third, then that's a fantastic season for Chelsea. But I think that's, like, even with that as an achievement, I wouldn't be like, oh no, that was a terrible decision to sack him. I think I'd be like.
I think it is if you get it.
I mean,
it's
do you know what? It's very dependent on who they bring in after, and you can understand, like, whoever they bring in after Sarri has a much easier task than him coming in after Conte. Like, if they brought in Frank Lampard, expectations would lower, wouldn't it? And they'd say, I don't think if they finished 5th or 6th with Frank Lampard, I think a lot of Chelsea fans honestly would be like, yeah, of course we finished 5th or 6th. It's Lampard's first Premier League campaign. Let's give him time to grow as a manager. We've got a transfer ban. Yeah, I think he'd get much more bandwidth than Sarri. But then the summer after, Chelsea would have to make absolute moves in the transfer market.
I bet, like, if you were to lose Sarri and bring in Allegri, you'd be delighted.
What, and send Sarri to Juventus?
Yeah.
Is it great?
So this is actually a question from Monster P. Do you think Sarri's the best manager available for Juventus?
The best manager available. It depends if they can tempt Poch. If Tottenham do win the Champions League and he leaves like he said he might, it's like, that'll be my job done at Tottenham, and he does leave, then you get Poch. Like, Poch is definitely better than Sarri. So I think that would be the best option. But other than Poch, he's probably up there, isn't he?
Yeah.
There's not that many great managers available, to be honest.
They let Allegri go like they have a plan.
Look at the space.
Wow,
my God.
So much.
Oh my God! Hammer that across.
That is. Where's your right back?
He took way too long to put the ball in.
Xhaka had an age to pick out that ball. Yeah, where is Azpilicueta? I don't know. Have to see the replay. Was he offside? Was he off?
First time
he was fully on. It was so much space.
Christensen had gone to centre midfield.
Basically, Kolasinac is in acres of space here. He's on, absolutely on, but he just takes too long to put it in. Why is he taking a touch? Hit it first time. First time to Lacazette.
You
have to put it first time.
But you can't. The ball would have been terrible either way.
But his first touch is even worse.
Arsenal are starting to grow a little bit in confidence here, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I don't know where where's Chelsea's back line there?
Christensen had pushed up. Christensen had to push in centre midfield, and so Azpilicueta had to come in, and Kante was dropping to right back.
Because he could have picked that ball out about 5 seconds before. He was just hanging out there, like, absolutely no marking going on.
So why don't we get some comments from the guys as well? Would you send Sarri to Juventus, and would you take Allegri at Chelsea? Let us know in the comments below. And this actually segues nicely into Alex's question. Do you actually think Frank Lampard is good enough to manage Chelsea? Zach, if he came through the door, if what Joe said came to light, would you take Frank Lampard at Chelsea?
I wouldn't necessarily be against it. Like, I'm sure he's a good enough manager and will in time. I would prefer it to come later. I'd rather him maybe possibly get moved to a lower league Premier League club, see how he can handle the big stage, or at least have another season with Derby. Especially with us having a transfer ban here, like Sarri can possibly. Oh my God.
Is he free? Is he on?
Pen! Come on, Pen! Point to the spot, baby. What's that?
Is he pointing to the spot?
Okay.
What is it?
It's hard to tell about the commentary.
What's going on?
It's hard.
No, Lacazette's looking disappointed. Goal kick.
Is there VAR? Is there VAR in this game?
I don't think so.
Surely there's VAR in a Europa League final.
I mean, he's taken a touch.
That's a pen.
It's a dive.
How is that a dive?
He's done this.
That's minimal contact. But that's enough, I think, to get a pen.
It's contact.
Do you guys think that was a dive, or do you think it was a penalty? Let us know in the comments below. I think there's contact.
He's literally...
Oh,
bro,
that's a penalty.
With his
That's
head
a
as well.
penalty.
That's a pen.
It is a
It's a
pen.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, mate.
Wow, I think he's got to give that to the referee. No,
Cheated out of this already.
there's apparently no VAR because
Let's
it's
see what
the
people are
Europa
saying.
League, which is just mental. What is this competition? Like, how have we not got final in the VAR in the final of a major European competition?
It does
Right.
seem a bit bizarre.
Like,
We can barely
John
get people.
John
to
Person says there is VAR, apparently.
Really?
I don't know. John Person could be wrong.
because there hasn't been throughout the tournament, has there?
People
Wow,
are saying
there are some
penalty.
There are some stadiums that can't have it. So it's
I mean,
it's
if
like
the
the FA Cup.
If the stadium for the final can't have it, that's another problem.
Right,
No, but it's
Zach,
about consistency,
you've been
isn't it?
voted out big time here. We've got CL Achilles saying pen, Albino Coconut saying pen, Alan Jularat saying pen, Defo pen from A6 side.
He's gone down so easily. It's just a
Harrison
thing.
Paplin says bruh. So there we go.
Nailed on.
Tox
for me.
TV, everyone be like it's a pen and Zach be like it's a dive. Yep, exactly what's happening. And Euro Football Daily, someone's writing pencil. So I
Love it.
think that might be Kieran.
HP7, fantastic.
Can clarify that was Kieran.
I'm really
pen,
surprised they've
pen,
gone
pencil.
upstairs. Like to VAR for that decision at least.
I'm
But
surprised as well.
like that all came from the Arsenal press, didn't it? Arsenal pressing really effectively in that corner and them just panicking.
Yeah.
And you've looked much better as a kind of, well, at various points for the season as a 3-4-3. I do worry about Maitland-Niles playing as a right back in a 4. But it's working well again. This game, I think you're the one that's growing in. You're the team that's growing in confidence.
We are, which
Arsenal
always
dominating.
worries me a little bit if we don't score.
Easy, for God's sake.
So easy to pass through.
Yeah.
So easy just to cut through
just
Chelsea right now.
Kovacic,
Though.
man.
Go on, Maitland-Niles.
Oh,
man,
Maitland-Niles
that's
So
mad.
easy. Oh, that's rubbish.
Kovacic has been so bad last year. It's unbelievable.
Maitland-Niles is just hammering down this left. Like Emerson's just nowhere to be seen.
Tell you what, Mesut Ozil's starting to pick it up in those areas as well,
Yeah.
isn't he? And that's when it normally spells disaster for the opposite side.
Very
Great
bad
ball.
ball. He didn't need to.
But
He
where-
didn't even need to
Where
do that.
Where
did
is
he?
it? Where is Emerson? Like
He gave up, mate. He literally put it past him, just didn't run after it.
didn't bother chasing it.
Mate, I don't think people understand how bad our Kovacic.
Because
and
you were
our left
like a lot of
backs are.
Chelsea fans were calling for Emerson to start though, right?
Yeah, because Alonso's even worse. Like it is
bad.
what it is. It's like let's hope Reece James can play left back next year. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because what?
Oh!
It's a great corner as well.
done,
Is that David Luiz that cleared it? Good head of that.
Because what happened to Ola Reina? Is he gone? Is he staying? What happened in the end? Did he
I mean,
decide he was going to
Ola
stay at Torino?
Ola, he's a right back anyway, and also he's a right.
Ola Reina at Torino?
He's a
Lovely
right.
ball.
He's a right.
Seems to be
wing
so
back
much
Yeah, he is.
space.
as well. So it's a different position for
But
them.
I
like,
mean,
did he
yeah,
decide he
Victor
was gonna
Moses
stay?
can't get a game, then I don't
What's
think Ola
happening?
Reina's going to get a game. Similar sort
I
of play.
don't know. There's nothing's been
I'm
confirmed
Googling it.
yet, but I would assume.
What,
he will
Torino?
go, I'm assuming he'll go to Torino.
Chelsea will, like, you don't agree to a £10 million right to buy and the player have a long-term future at the club,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Torino will exercise their
yeah.
£9 million option. to sign him
And it's
permanently.
a quality deal for Torino because for the formation they play as well, he's quality.
And a good,
Yeah.
it's the right place to be for him. He's getting game time.
Yeah, exactly.
The manager likes him. Torino actually finished. I think Torino finished 7th or 8th in Serie A, so had a decent season or decent. Might have been second half. I'm not sure how the first half of the season was. Bo Sampson is saying, "Show the game." No, we'll get sued. Bo Sampson.
Literally typing
Coco
Yeah,
haha.
yeah.
360 is saying, "Get Azpilicueta off." What are your
Okay.
thoughts on that?
Shall we get him off?
One of the best.
What?
right
Just sin bin him. Bring in a sin bin rule.
No way. What a ball.
Is
What
he
a
on?
ball.
No,
What a ball by
he's
Torino.
Oh, he's got the touch was bad.
Oh, that's a big old collision.
People are putting, is
I
this
mean, he
why
might-
people are asking to take Aspi off? Maybe he sustained a head injury and people are actually being, conscientious. Oh no, someone's just put RIP Aspi. So
Look at this ball
there
by
goes
Torreira.
that.
That is an absolute hanger.
And the balance is
I mean,
restored.
fair play to both of them.
Oh, I like it.
It's good defending.
Oh, there's nothing
good
in it, is
defending,
there?
good
It's just good
keeping.
defending.
Let's have a
by
look. Let's
Aspi.
have a look. Does
I mean, it's a bit
does
of a
Kepa take a
collision.
knee? Does Kepa take a knee to the
Look at
head?
the push.
Well, where does
Well, he's
Aspi
just
hit his
pushed
To
it.
head?
get the push.
Just
I
pushed
mean,
him into it.
Unless
Aspi's
Aspi has an
shirt grabbing is
absolute
worse.
and look at the
clog.
push.
Look at the shirt
Get
grabbing.
into your keeper.
Where does Aspi get hit in the
He
head?
doesn't.
Right.
It's just what time wasting. Isn't it?
What are you trying to say? Is Aspi's not, the honest professional that as
What-
English
what-
fans have come to respect him
What
as?
footballer is?
Someone's put Ozil sub.
Wow, Dave.
Weird. Philip Retner, who has been dominating so far. I think we can all agree that Arsenal.
Arsenal, pretty much.
Arsenal,
yeah.
yeah.
Can't remember the last time Chelsea went forward.
They've got a weird tactic
And
of just lumping it towards Giroud, who loses the ball at the moment.
Coffee and Ang, Hamill's forehead is bigger than my future. Thanks, mate. Shout out to you.
Think about the future then.
Keith Farrell, I think that's the point they were making. YouTube not working. Anyone else having this problem? No, but if you are, we'll keep you entertained in the time being. Make sure you're getting your questions in. Not seen a lot of questions, just seen a lot of rogue comments. Rather have Barkley than the semi-fit Kante. Kante not been very prominent in this game so far, has he?
Just give the ball away in a horrible area as well.
I'd much rather us be playing Barkley where Kovacic is and then Kovacic where Kante is, because right now he's just pressing players and not doing anything else.
Yeah, he's struggling. He's struggling on the ball a lot, isn't he?
Yeah.
But Arsenal are playing nicely. They're playing tidy football.
One of the biggest issues I've found is when we're pressing, no one actually fully does it.
Book him for that.
What, the team press?
Yeah, like the people that are closing down the ball never fully close down the ball. They always just they do it just so Sarri doesn't shout at them, but they don't actually try to get in the way of a passing option.
Whereas Arsenal press an actual pressing machine.
Yeah.
Like they are doing really well pressing Chelsea. That's a big old thumb.
Well, I think it was, what did I read in a StatsBomb article? It was really interesting about Arsenal's press. So interesting that I forgot large parts of the article. I can't really remember. I think it was like Arsenal maybe press less but more effectively. Like they allow less passes.
Yeah, I think Arsenal tonight there's a clear direction to press the centre backs.
Because everyone came in expecting Unai Emery to turn them into this modern press outfit. It's not necessarily been the case, has it? Go on then.
Kepa.
Oh, right. Another question for y'all. Giroud, top goal. It's from Chi City or Chai City, probably Chai City. Sure, unless unless he's big into his, what's it called? Being like Kung Shui. Kung Pao chicken. Giroud is top goal scorer in the Europa with 10 goals. Does he deserve to start for Chelsea more frequently next season?
No choice.
I'm very happy we gave him a contract. I think it's
extra year, yeah.
Chelsea.
One more year.
He's an absolute fine backup and one of the probably the better backups in the league. But I feel Go on. I mean, if you're saying him now at 33, 34, he needs to...
Giroud!
Oh! There you go. That's why you gave him another deal.
Because I think he's a quality backup for one of Tammy or Batshuayi is going. There's no way we have 3 strikers. I mean... Do
you think Aston Villa buy Tammy on a permanent?
I think Chelsea start Tammy next season.
Tammy's
been quality.
I mean, Van Straan absolutely loves him and watches 0 Championship football, but don't a lot of your Aston Villa going mates, Joe, say that they're not having it?
I mean, I've got a few friends that are both Villa and like Championship fans, so like West Brom in there, Derby, and there's a general consensus that he's not a particularly good player. But he scores a lot of, it's undeniable that he's been probably the best striker in the Championship this season.
From what I've heard...
Doesn't mean that he can then go from an Aston Villa system
so are they saying
he's a clear focal point to playing in an intricate hold-up, Maurizio Sarri
saying technically he's not strong enough to play for a top Premier League club.
But I feel some of our issues this year at striker have been people not being able to... Oh my God, Kante, get off the pitch.
You'd like to see him get a chance, wouldn't you? More of a chance.
Get a chance. And
bring back Morata, send Higuain back. Your attack was better with Morata.
But I mean, I think he is even the highlights that I've seen and from what I've read, Tammy is a quality in the box finisher.
Well, he has never scored a goal from outside the
box.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's been part of the issue this season for us.
What's a ball?
What's
happening? Where's the support?
Almost a great ball from Aubameyang to Koscielny.
Where the hell was the support? There was just a massive gap. But look how high Arsenal are pressing.
Look at Emerson.
Look at Arsenal pressing.
Torreira's winning the ball back in some really good places.
Win that.
What was that, Maitland-Niles?
What is going on?
This is quite sloppy.
Look at the bunch of Chelsea there. No one's in a position.
Look at how lazy Chelsea are.
This is what I'm talking about.
Mesut starting to grow into this game, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Go on then, have a pop. Oh! Why didn't that sail in?
Oh my giddy aunt temps! What just happened?
Well, Xhaka just unleashed a bullet, and it flew miles over. To be fair, no, I think it was quite close. He gets about 2 of those a game, I think. And
well played, Aspi.
I still would rather.
I need to see this again. I do not know how close this was.
With his weak foot as well.
Oh, that is an absolute Pink Panther, mate. What are you talking about? Oh,
why is he going with his weak foot?
That looks like it's going in from there. What's happened? The top spin.
I think.
That's painfully close.
I think Kepa has it.
I think no.
I mean, his
What?
hand was
Not a
under it.
penalty, and Kepa has it. You are.
Kepa never had
ignorant.
that.
Flying in off
His
the
hand
bar.
is under the ball when it goes next to him.
Right.
No.
Who would go further in the Champions League next season, Arsenal or Chelsea?
Arsenal.
Really?
Yeah,
Chelsea got a transfer ban. You haven't really got a lot of depth, really, apart from the players coming back from loan.
Exactly,
But in
but
terms of
all
like
those players
your
The boys are
Like,
saying you've not got
players
much
who-
going for you, is that? What's your counter argument?
I mean, we've got a lot of players coming back from loan.
yeah, but in
who
terms
are,
of your like first team squad,
exactly, they're
it's
moving
not
to the
amazing.
first team. Hudson-Odoi injured. Ruben Loftus-Cheek injured.
exactly.
Uh,
You're just naming injured players.
Yes, they come back next season for the Champions League.
One of them comes back in
You've
October.
got Pulisic that comes in. You've got all the about
You
40
lose
lone players.
Eden
you've got.
Hazard. That
Oh, do
that
we?
trumps.
mean,
He's
here
in.
comes
Eden's
the-
in. Give it to him. Oh, it's unbelievably awful by Kovacic.
Oh dear.
Let it-
I'll tell you what. The sooner Kovacic gets out of this.
Well, you're going to buy him on a
Right.
permanent,
wow,
aren't you?
what a
No.
well done check.
Look at the left. Look at the left.
No, it's Hazard. Let him do what he wants.
No.
Chance.
That is the first time I've seen Emerson
Chelsea-
Palmieri touch the ball.
Whenever, like, whatever happens,
Coffee and Ang sits like my uncle.
nobody can replace Hazard for Chelsea.
Of course.
So whatever happens, next season's going to be worse for you.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Other teams could be worse.
I mean, this is a guy who's contributed to what,
Right.
32 Premier League goals? Like, how do you replace that when you've got Higuain, who looks like
Well,
looks
they're
a
gonna sign
yard
Kovacic
slower
on permanent.
every
I don't know,
single
like,
game?
I mean, it's obvious though. It's like Real Madrid losing Ronaldo.
Yeah, exactly. So this
Like,
is why I'm
of course.
saying Chelsea, Arsenal are going to do better in the Champions League next season. Then, yeah.
I mean,
I think so. I think the success
Sure.
of next season is pretty much based on this game.
So talking about a possible exodus from Chelsea, Martin Lolovsky says, should Kante leave to PSG and what fee would he command?
Yeah, if I was Kante, I'd be getting the hell out of Dodge.
fuck, come on.
Can I take to
Kante,
PSG?
man.
Did you say?
Yeah, I think that'd be a
Kante
well
to
exciting
PSG.
move,
Is
but
that,
it's not going to
actually,
happen.
is that actually a thing?
For his.
I mean, it's anyone to PSG is a thing, isn't it? So
yeah,
I mean, we
yeah.
were just discussing
It's a
you're not going to let him go when you've got a transfer ban, like
Yeah.
you said, but how much would it take for you to kind of part ways with
over
Kante?
100 million, easily. Over 100
How old is
million.
Kante?
27.
27.
But also, if I was Kante, I'd want out.
Yeah, I mean,
If PSG came off
He's
him.
so close.
Like,
I don't know.
not, yeah,
agonising.
probably not being paid in his favourite.
Kante's happy need to get him 300k a week.
Probably not being played in his favourite position. Yeah, but he'd get that at PSG, wouldn't he? And he's probably not being played in his favourite position here either.
He was
Back in
unreal.
France, I would, if I was him, but I just don't think if PSG have put all of their eggs in Ander Herrera's basket, haven't they? Paying him that much money, like
That is
That's
true.
not fair.
That is true. So
they've paying him what
200,000.
300,000, I think, 300,000 a week.
Oh,
To play there, so I think that'll probably be pretty much it for their midfield business. And of course they
300,000. Yeah, why? I thought.
And of course they bought what's his name in January as well. Slips my mind off of Valencia.
Here you go. Here you go. Give it
Paredes,
you.
is it? Was it?
Correct.
was
Yeah,
it
no,
Valencia?
from Zenit.
From Zenit, yeah,
He
sorry.
used to play.
Have a whack.
He used to play for Valencia.
Get it away.
Or somewhere in
He
Spain.
used to play in Italy, I think. Paredes used to play for Roma.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I've got a question for you, Joe, and it's from
so-
Devin. I had it a moment ago, and I've let my finger off the screen. Devin Renard, and he said, Joe, what do you think about the rumours linking Lukaku to Inter? Would you be sad to see him leave?
No.
Going on to your team for
Would
a
I be
moment.
sad to see him leave? Not if we got the right fee. He's a very talented striker, but I wouldn't be gutted. He'd probably do really well at Inter Milan as well, and I'm sure Conte would probably get. I'm sure Conte would get the best out of him. So if we get £75 million,
75 mil, really?
like the rumours have
That'd be-
kind of
that would be
stated,
nuts.
I'll be pretty happy to take £75 million for Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah,
Fair play.
I don't blame you.
And I think it'd be a bad move for him personally. I obviously don't think the Inter project is particularly great. But having said that, he probably is looking at Man United right now, thinking this project's even worse. So fair play to him. Go and take your paycheck, and I'm sure he'll do really well over there.
That's if they sell a Cardi, though, isn't it?
I think he might take them both. Imagine having a Cardi and Lukaku
I mean,
as your
that
forward
would be
options.
He looks
That
like
would
such a
be
nightmare to play against Aspilicueta.
He
The way he's
does,
just
doesn't
shoving him around.
Oh, it's a good chance.
Mate, there's so much shoving in football
I know.
anyway. Like, this stuff doesn't. Like, people talk about shirt grabs, shoving. Like, all this stuff happens every day. Like, next year when VAR comes in, that will stop.
I
big
can't
time.
wait.
That's
Actually
what
can't
because
wait.
the amount of corners, like the World Cup, the amount of corners that will happen in the first couple of months. I mean,
Italian teams are going to be done for.
That will happen from corners will be mental.
Yeah.
It's a good job Lichtsteiner's retiring. He'd give away 15 penalties a season.
Is he retiring? Is that what he's doing?
I don't know.
Is he actually
I
retiring?
don't know.
Still at Arsenal,
I've just
isn't he?
retired.
He's only got a 1 year deal.
Give
I
him to the
doubt
right.
he'll get another one.
He's going to go to the
Would Chucky Lozano be a good fit for Arsenal? Rafa Garcia has said, and
Lozano.
the
Can we afford
PSV
him?
winger. The chat on Chucky Lozano, obviously he was linked with Manchester City at the start of last season, wasn't he? Then had a very good World Cup. It's cooled off somewhat, hasn't it? I think PSV's very good season has been overshadowed by Ajax's very, very good season.
What ball?
They scored a lot of goals as well this campaign in PSV. Would you take that sort of player at Arsenal, or do you want your ambitions to be bigger if you get in Champions League?
I feel like I want our ambitions to be a bit bigger. And to be fair, I haven't seen too much of him, so I can't really say that he would fit into this squad.
Yeah. Oh, he has one! Oh! Petter, the director of football, keeping it out.
Eden Hazard, though.
Straight at him there.
Oh,
that is such a
Look at
naughty
him.
little
Take
flip.
him down! Don't take him down!
Well played, mate.
Well done.
What are you doing?
I'm always scared when Hazard's just running in the box. I feel like he's going to
Hazard
hack him
just starts
down.
motoring, you just can't stop him, can you?
When he's got his
Oh,
bum,
that's
when he's
poor.
got his bum
What
out
is
and
that?
he's
That
head
is
down.
terrible by Kolasinac.
Yeah,
That ball's
he
even worse.
does have a big bum, old Hazard.
Do you know Chelsea attempt 30 crosses a game and only 6 of them go to a Chelsea player?
Sarri ball, mate.
Yeah.
Sarri ball.
No, well, Pep used to do that at Bayern, didn't he? That was his tactic, just win those second balls. Like there's a kind of philosophy or a means of thinking that says like winning that second ball in the box is invaluable. Right, next question, and it's from Matthew.
There's 3 players on Hazard whenever he gets the ball. 3 players on him.
Aiden.
Maybe we can get Kieran's opinion on this
Give it
as
to
well.
Give it to Emerson.
Oh.
Give it Emerson.
Oh.
Oi!
Keep your
Why
legs
is he
closed,
let him
mate.
turn?
Keep your legs closed.
Oh my God!
Oh, you...
Hazard's turned
What
on.
did Shuri do there?
He's turned on the filth, hasn't he? He's turned on.
Calm it down.
He's turned on the sauce. Right. Where is Matthew's question?
Calm
It was.
down.
Who should City sign to replace Leroy Sané if he leaves? And do we think that Leroy Sané would be a good signing for Bayern Munich?
I mean, he's
Quality signing for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, amazing.
I mean, especially with Ribéry and what's his name, Robin going.
Is he the most talented man in world football at the moment that's not guaranteed to start, Leroy Sané?
He's up there, isn't he? He's got to be.
Either him or Coutinho.
Yeah.
Coutinho's a very good shot.
And would you spend 100+ million on Sané at this point?
Yeah. He's
Like,
still,
would you
he's
make
still
him
so
your
young.
key man at Bayern?
Yeah.
Like if Bayern have got to kind of shops. No, we're not got to shop smart, but
Bayern's
they're
next
going to
few
spend
summers,
big, aren't they?
Bayern's next few summers have a lot of like they've got to get another striker in. We keep saying Timo Werner. That was apparently meant to happen. Doesn't look like it's happening now. They've got to get a new goalkeeper in the next year or 2.
Yeah,
I mean, they kind of sorted themselves out
I don't think
defensively.
they'll be in a rush to get rid of Neuer.
He was. Did you see him?
He had a quality save on the.
Yeah, against RB Leipzig.
Yeah, against Leipzig.
Obviously dropped off, but he's just like a Bavarian stalwart.
You wouldn't back him to.
But he's also getting injured so much more now as well.
You wouldn't back.
which is why-
I think now he's got this horror season out the way as well. Let's see how Neuer fares next year as well. A little bit like De Gea in that I feel like Neuer just needs to get to the summer. just needs
have
to
a rest.
Yeah,
and
just get
he had
to
a
the
horrible
summer.
World Cup and
Yeah.
a horrible
I mean,
season.
they're both kind of. I mean, David Deya's actually been very good at large parts of this season.
Yeah, he's just had a horrible 3 months.
Just some high-profile
It's
incidents.
just the long
isn't it?
shots,
Yeah.
man. The long shots. He's been a bit messy.
Tell you what, Chelsea have got back in this.
Look how much room there is out there.
So
Why
much
do
What
you
is
say
going
that?
on?
Why'd you say that?
Oh my God!
He could catch that.
Oh my God! Who was that?
Mate,
Kovacic.
Sarri ball, just long. You dirty.
There
boy.
is so much room on your right-hand side, like on your right back
It's-
area,
but
where
yeah,
Aspie
it's-
keeps having to
Yeah,
pull it.
no, because also Pedro's not dropping back.
Yeah, but Aspie keeps having to pull in central because Christensen's
Yeah,
just
because
wandering.
Kante's also
In
not.
danger of a catch there, Kepa?
Kante's also not filling in as well. Like Kante's not been proper today, man.
He's not. He's not been
Because the thing is, when
very
he,
present, has he?
especially with how good he is, like when he has an off day, you can tell.
Yeah, so true.
You can tell because he's so quality. Even when he's not playing in his right position, he's still very, very good.
So
And arguably one of the
consistent,
best,
isn't it?
arguably the best midfielder we have in that squad. I tell you who we are missing today: Ruben Loftus-Cheek, big time. His physical presence in midfield is so good, especially in the Europa
Lacazette
League.
kept that in. Yeah, he's been very good in the Europa League, hasn't he? And he's actually started to add. Well, he's added goals to his game
Even
in,
Hudson-Odoi's pace as
in
well.
this competition. Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, Hudson-Odoi will be asking, I feel, far more questions of Maitland-Niles.
I mean, Monreal, because he played right. Monreal wouldn't be able to deal with his pace at all.
Good point, Monreal.
Yeah, although would he have started even if he was fit?
You'd like to think so. Before he got his injury, he'd started a couple of games off the bat in a row. And this is what was annoying, because it was just like, he was finally
Awful
getting
timing,
played.
Yeah, it was.
And the way he done his Achilles as well was by controlling the ball like that.
Oh God, leave that for Hazard.
Maitland-Niles has actually done really well.
Why are we
back,
crossing
hasn't he?
like?
Yeah, he's Maitland-Niles.
When has
is so
Sarri ball
solid,
ever been
yeah.
about crossing?
Proper solid.
I think Socrates as well. He had a bit of a rough kind
Oh,
of bedding
God,
in
that's
period,
easy.
but he's been solid for you for the whole season.
He is.
He's
Wow.
looked like a good addition to our squad, you know.
He has. I think he's been a good defender for you this campaign. Who are the bigger bottlers? That's a boring question.
Yeah, it's
That's quite
That's a
naughty.
yellow card.
That's quite naughty.
Should have probably.
Always quite naughty. I mean, he has just been done by the
Robbie
Turn,
Tunn, best striker outside the top 6 in the
Wow.
in the Premier League. Bit off topic that, but
depends whether you want potential or whether you want like immediate impact.
go on. If a Premier League club, mid-table Premier League club, rings you up, Joe, and says, "Joe from Football Daily, we want to sign one striker for £20 million.
20 mil.
20 mil.
20 mil. That's all you're getting.
That's not
Like it could be from anywhere in the world, but I need a
Who's
striker.
Brentford's boy?
Well,
Where are you going?
Is this so from the outside the top 6 in the Premier League?
Give
Yeah?
him a
But you can go anywhere now. Outside the top, you know,
Here you go. This could be something. Boy.
outside the top 6.
Hey, go on, it's it!
Giroud!
Oh,
What a save! Big Peter!
Great save from Czech there.
Outside the top 6, but in any other league as
Oh
well.
my lord!
What a ball, well
save
done,
by
what-
Petr Cech.
If Giroud gets
It's a good
check,
shot. It's a good shot.
this is how every shot's going to go.
Fair play.
Great save by Big Petr. Gets his arm down low really early.
Is that
Why
Chelsea?
is he not
No, it's not. It's Chelsea's second shot on target,
Good
isn't it?
save.
That is
That's
strong
third, I
wrestling.
think.
Yeah, I mean Chelsea has just started to grow back into the game a
So,
little
yeah,
bit,
has
haven't
been
they?
a
Here.
pivot and
Oh, big donkey.
That's a
He's
corner.
kept it in. He's kept it.
I feel like Chelsea are struggling.
This won't do anything.
Are struggling to work it into the final third still, but when they
Yeah.
do, like as soon as it hits you, or as
When
soon as
it's
it hits Hazard, yeah,
when it's Hazard.
it's
Like, look at this from
panic
Hazard here.
He's literally,
Bit of nice work with Kovacic, Jorginho.
he's literally having to progress
Jorginho
the ball
again
as well.
could have had
Hazard.
another assist. Like that's annoyed me this season a lot about people say like, do you know how many times Higuain has missed an open goal from Jorginho playing the perfect ball through? Watch this not be anything.
Oh,
Go on then,
Come on,
Jorginho.
Top
Bend
bins.
it.
It's a good ball.
Oh, that's a good header back as well.
That's a great
That's another
nice
corner.
block there.
Who was that who headed back across Giroud?
Giroud, yeah.
Look at the neck on him. Like a
Chelsea's
absolute
corners
climber.
this year.
like a Diplodocus.
I would like someone to name me a team that's had worse corners than Chelsea. this
Man
year.
United.
No.
Ashley
Bro,
Young takes
No,
our
because
corners,
no
mate.
one knows where this ball is going. It
Mates.
either goes front post and it never goes front
You've
post,
still,
or it goes back
Mates.
post to no one.
but
Ashley Young, I don't think he's beaten his
You-
first man with a single
Yeah,
cross
that's
all
right.
season.
You've had
Cross,
pal.
no corners, bro.
No, but he takes all our corners.
You've had the third most competent attack over the course of the season, Chelsea, behind City and Liverpool.
Front post, no one.
So complaining about corners feels a little bit like not being asked about winning the Europa League, Zach.
Yeah, possibly.
It's just spoilt now, isn't you, mate?
Yeah.
No, mate, the corners this year have been.
No, I have seen a few from Willian that have
Dreadful.
literally gone back to the
Ah.
halfway line. To be
Yeah,
fair, there was
that
a
was in their
montage.
friendly, that.
Somebody put together a montage, didn't they, of like Willian's best moments of the season. It was like
He's actually not.
exclusively
he's been,
him hitting.
He's been
Rosa.
actually okay this season.
Well,
to be fair to
we
him.
haven't addressed the bargain buy outside the top 6 question. So you've all got 20 to 30
mil.
million pounds to spend. Who do you go and spend that chunk on? Who represents good value for money?
I think
That's the challenge, mate. I'm not going to give you 50.
Weghorst at Wolfsburg is a good option, I think.
I expect him to pull that one out.
Someone's done a podcast.
Yeah, I pulled it. I did do him on the podcast as a potential best
That's the
bargain.
sort of
I know you
knowledge
just-
we're looking for.
He's
Rehashing
like
the stuff.
26-year-old striker, very much a target man. He's 6'6", big bloke. 2 20-goal seasons in the Eredivisie. The first season in the Bundesliga this season, I think he's got 18 goals, 8 assists, something like that. Really, really good with his feet. Think he is incredibly athletic as well. Covered the most ground, got the most assists, scored the most goals, most sprints, most chances created of any player for Wolfsburg this season. Like, he's just been by far their best player. So he'd be a really good pickup for somebody like Southampton, I think, in the summer window. Whether or not anybody will get him, he's got an £18 million buyout clause. So
You love shopping about for Southampton
Oh
as well,
my
and you've
God.
got a soft spot for
yeah, I
them.
really have.
Cool.
There's a
He might be
chance. I
Corner.
also don't know whether you could get him for as cheap as like 20 mil, but like Poulsen would be a good pull for like a mid.
He would
RB
be.
Leipzig,
He
yeah.
scored
If
more
you
than
could
Werner this
convince Leipzig that this would allow you to not sell Timo, they'd probably shift.
He
If you
is,
caught him in the last year of his contract or something, Paulson, you might get him for 30.
I think it brings Zlatan in, mate.
Brings Zlatan back.
Would you actually?
I reckon you could buy Zlatan for 20 mil.
Right.
If you're a mid-table Premier League club and he's still banging them in.
Newcastle.
Do you know what he's been paid in America? It's sickening.
What about West Ham could bring him in?
budget.
West Ham could bring him in, couldn't they? They've dropped Andy Carroll on a free.
Could they how?
We've got a German striker from Wolfsburg, 6'6". Joe's got all the stats, and we've got Andy Carroll and Zlatan Ibrahimovic to finish off proceedings.
I just think
Andy Carroll's a free actually, so you could have Andy Carroll and then you got 20 million left.
I think he'd be a good option.
That's business.
I'd also what would I? I don't know. Like, I think they've overpaid for him, but I think Raul Jimenez is a fantastic sign.
How much do they pay him?
38 million. So I think they've probably overpaid by about 10 mil. But I just think he's such
euros
a
though, right? That's not 30 million euros. Probably like
38.
33, 34
No,
million.
it's 38 million pound.
Is it pound?
Yeah.
That is steep, isn't it?
Which is fine, but like.
I mean, they've had a great
But
season.
What is it? 17 goal contributions.
He needs to maintain it next season.
In the Premier League in 40 odd games, like that's just invaluable, isn't it? That's probably 30% of their total.
Like his combination as well, Diogo Jota has just been invaluable because I mean he operates pretty much.
Go on, you beauty.
He operates pretty much purely on the break, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Nuno, and basically he is the entire focal point for every attack.
How hard is it to say Diogo and not Diego, by the way?
I know.
Every time I'm like, Diego Jota, Diogo.
He's been a great pickup though. Like Jota's another striker for cheap.
If they sold him now, they'd get 3 times the money, wouldn't they? He's been that good this season. Right, let's have some more questions to keep us ticking over to half time. It's 44 minutes in. Chelsea finishing very strong in the last 10. Arsenal probably had the better of it for the previous 20. What do you...
It was 30 mil, by the way. I think you were right.
Oh, right, fair play. Did you just ask Siri, did you?
Yeah.
What do you guys think of a swap deal with Neymar and Dembele? Oh, that's a bit of a ropey one.
Is that real?
What?
Probably not real. What do you think of Moussa Dembele and Man United bidding £45 million for him from Lyon?
I think it's rubbish. I don't believe
Where's
it.
the source on that?
It was a French. It was quite a reputable French paper.
You know
I don't think it was L'Equipe. He's
Um,
going to be a very, very good player. Let's have it right. He's Lyon's top goal scorer in his first season on the back of like 1,800 minutes.
Like I think he probably will spend another season in Lyon though. Like I would be really surprised if a club made the jump for him now, given that like if United are going to make a move, they'll exercise the money on Depay.
I think they'll be happy to let someone like Depay go now, knowing that they have him now. Like you're more likely to get a Fekir or a Depay.
Half time,
0-0.
I mean, right. I think
no one's still with the most quality. Like an actual
it's been a rubbish
goal scorer.
I actually think that the security for this building might have rang me, so I'm just gonna sneak off and make sure that they don't lock us in and turn the alarm on. So leave my mic or just mute it.
This is the beauty of a live.
I'll jump on this.
Jump on the socials. Zach Jalab.
Jump on the socials. Let's move up and centralise ourselves while we're waiting for this. What did you make the first half then? Let's wrap up the first half because we're going into half time now. Who has been the better side in the first 45?
We were the better side in the first 25, and then the rest was Chelsea. It's pretty even, I'd say now. I think we just hung on at the end there. I actually think Chelsea had better chances to actually score in terms of shots on target, whereas we were in better positions.
I do feel Arsenal are freaking out every time Hazard gets the ball.
Yeah, I'm freaking out
every time he gets the ball. It's
yeah, but that's the same for everyone, isn't it?
Every time he gets the ball, it's freak out quickly as possible. Hamill's back, he'll be back in a second. But yeah, no, there was about 15-20 minutes where Arsenal were scaring me a lot. And I'll be quite frank.
Good.
It was.
You care. It means you care.
I'll always care. I might not show it, but I'll always care. I don't know. We'll see. I think this is a game that is going to end up being 1-0.
I think this is going to go to extra time. And like the more
I
watch this,
I don't want extra time. I really don't.
I think the first like 20 minutes belonged pretty much solely to Arsenal. I think Arsenal firmly dominated, and then in the back end they lost their structure a little bit, and Chelsea just started to play through them. When they got the ball effectively into Giroud's feet via Hazard, then it was just chaos for Arsenal.
I don't
think it's been chaos though. I actually think
in 20 minutes they've had 3 really good chances.
I think we've really dealt with it well though. It's not like we're
not getting locked in.
It's not like it's like how did Chelsea not score that? We've actually dealt with the situations quite well. There was only one chance which obviously Czech saved from Giroud.
What do you think
was
Zach
serious,
asked
really.
for when he goes for a haircut, by the way, just to bring us back in? That's
I
from
asked-
Lewis McDonald.
I asked for a skin fade into about here and leave this bit long. That's it.
Where'd you get your haircut?
And you get your beard trimmed.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
tell
no,
me, don't tell me.
so, shape up on the beard,
Don't
please.
tell me,
But
yeah.
don't use the blade here because you get a little rash. And that's
Right.
it.
There you go. It's tips.
There you go. If you want my
Really
hair.
good.
Hair tips from Jalal.
John, a few more questions, quick fire questions
come on,
half
it's
time.
half-time, let's
Yeah.
get some
Keepers
questions.
ticking over. So we've got the Discord gang have headed over
Oh, big up.
to the comments apparently, and of course our Reddit page is becoming increasingly more active. So go and join in with the meme related fun over there if you haven't already. And our Discord, I think James Wayne is very active on that. Zach Kingdom getting a lot of shout outs
Big
Love
up.
Zach Kingdom.
in the comments.
Shout out.
Zach Kingdom regularly, contributing on multiple fronts. So props to yourself. Garrett Coward. There's a delay on the stream apparently. We're going to
There
refresh.
always is.
We're going to refresh at half time. Well, we're refreshing now. So hopefully that will resolve that
Okay.
issue. Temps' half-time Discord questions people are asking
Oh,
for.
I haven't got them. So I'm
What
not
do
on
you mean?
socials. I'm not on socials.
Well, you didn't tee that up as a handover, did you?
No, because it's my thing, all right? I don't give them away.
You get jealous. He'll be back in the next live
It
stream
will be back in
when
the next
it's
live
not so much high stakes. Temps will
Sorry,
make sure
guys.
that the Discord gang is
Champions
heard.
League final will be back for that. That's when it'll be back.
Are you on that stream as well?
I am on that stream.
So am
Oh,
I.
yeah.
On
fair
socials,
play.
that one.
So it's 3 again. And
Doogie.
there we go. Make sure you
On
join us
Saturday.
on Saturday on Euro Football Daily.
I'll be
Right.
at the actual big game that day.
What, the
Yeah.
rugby?
Premiership
This is for you, Temps.
Go on.
Newbie 2K7. If Arsenal were to sell Ozil, where would he likely go, and who would they replace him with?
He's always links it into Milan, isn't he? When he does get linked away, I don't know where else he could go. China, maybe. Is he
Player
done?
of this caliber's not headed to China.
Do you think?
No,
I
he's
don't-
not done. He's not done at the highest level yet.
Who?
Mesut Ozil.
I feel like-
Well,
I actually
what
feel
other
like-
club has linked to him?
I feel like he's starting
Inter
to fall
Milan.
out.
You're saying who is in, where does he go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a last port of call would be AC. Maybe somewhere interesting that like one
Back
of
to Germany?
the Novo rich clubs like Marseille.
No.
What, with AVB?
I mean they've got
KVB and
money
Mesut.
to spend,
He's at
to
Marseille.
and they've had a
back to Bremen.
catastrophic season.
Schalke, come cooling, just survived relegation.
I think
I don't
he'd have
think
some
he's
big.
gonna
I think
leave
he'd have some
anyway.
decent offers on the table.
Who's
if he
going to
was
suck
leave
up
it.
those
100%.
wages is a big
Like,
thing, isn't it?
I think Juventus would definitely be like if they hadn't have got
Sniffing
Ramsey.
about.
If they hadn't have got Ramsey, I think that would be the sort of player they'd be looking to bring in.
I-
Like,
I don't think.
If Arsenal lost both their options at number 10 in one
I
summer,
really don't think
I
like
think he's leaving.
if he became available and his wages weren't at the ridiculous numbers you've offered him. Obviously, Arsenal paying what $350 at the moment.
Yeah.
So like if they weren't paying him that, like I really think he would add a lot to that Bayern Munich side and that 10 losing James. Like
yeah, I think you're right.
James returning to Madrid.
What is happening? Is he just going to return there, or are they going to sell him on?
No, they didn't want to. Decided not to take up the option to keep him. So
But are they going to sell him off?
I think culturally he didn't
Probably.
quite fit in
that's
the
fair
club
enough.
today.
So, like, that would be a great option for, like, a Bayern Munich because you know you're going to have 60% upwards of the ball every game in the Bundesliga other than maybe the Dortmund fixture.
Yeah.
And Ozil will just pick teams apart when you can just give him the ball and he can have 200 touches a game.
I do wonder if there's something wrong with James because he's put up, he's contributed to a goal, in what? One in
you're
every
right. I think
three,
you're right on the culture.
wherever he's gone. Obviously, he slagged off Kovac at the start of the campaign, didn't he?
Didn't help.
Pretty much
Yeah.
burnt those bridges. But he's
Yeah.
such a good number 10. But they have Isco as well. Isco, we know that Zidane likes Isco and he will play him in that roaming number 10 role.
Maybe. Like, even then, I don't think he will. Like, I don't know where Isco plays in this Zidane
Zidane's got a
side.
big
Like,
job in the
in this
summer.
Zidane setup, like,
Well, he was
pretty
playing
much,
a 4-3-1-2, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At the end of his Madrid career.
but that was with Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like, and now you look at that 4-3, probably more of a 4-3-3. You know the midfield. Like, you know the midfield on paper already.
Well,
is gonna
Kroos
be
has signed a
Kroos,
contract
Modric,
extension. Yeah,
Modric has
yeah.
signed an extension. Casemiro is going to start every game under Zidane. So when you look going forward, don't have two recognised strikers anymore, losing Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yep.
So he's probably going to operate with Vinicius Junior out on the left or Eden
Mariano.
Hazard when he joins.
Vinicius looked
Like
banging, to be
Eden
fair.
Hazard's going to play on one wing. I don't see them being able to play Hazard.
Isco.
Like Isco,
James, like-
Asensio. Like I think Isco might well be one of the ones to get the shot.
That's
to be totally
Asensio might.
honest.
I think Asensio might be a casualty.
Asensio's got his last year. No, if he doesn't go this season,
he's just
he'll
not
go next season.
upped his numbers, has he, significantly in the last
That's such a penalty,
you
Jalal.
know-
How can you
So
not say that's not
annoying.
a
I
penalty?
don't
It's not a
think
penalty.
it's literally just his fingertips.
He catch him with his head as well.
What do you
No,
mean?
he doesn't. That's him leaving his leg there.
You're admitting contact. If it's fingertips, it's still a
I
penalty.
don't know.
So why do
Sorry, you can't give a penalty for someone doing that.
why do people?
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. It's mental.
Why do
he's
people
running
keep
at full
asking-
pace and you're running at full pace? Look, he kicks his head
he
as
doesn't.
well. It
He
connects with
leaves
his head.
he leaves his
It's a
foot there for it, bro.
Yeah, that's a
It's
penalty.
You could. Oh, he's
I'd-
seen him.
I'd
Catches
say
his
so.
foot there and
he
he
stops his foot. He is.
He's 5.5.
Yeah, he's 100% a penalty.
Crazy.
Why do people keep asking me to say bruh moment? By the way, what is that? Is that a trend that I'm missing?
Bruh.
Bruh moment.
Bruh, that's
But
old.
bruh and moment.
Bruh.
It's very old.
Yeah, like bruh. But
Yeah, like when Jalab's being like, it's not a
Bruh.
penalty, I'd be
Yeah.
like, bruh.
all right. Okay, fair enough.
Jog on, I think.
Woodmont.
Everyone can jog on.
Matt-
Please don't jog on.
There we
Stay
go.
on the street.
Zach, if you just tuned in, jog on. From Zach Jalab. Question from Magnus. Would Martin Odegaard be a good signing for Manchester United? That'd be an outlandish one, I'd say.
Amazing signing.
Would you take him, yeah?
What do you mean? Yeah.
You're joking.
And Man United, Martin Odegaard.
Right now.
Are we mental? 100%.
He's a little genius.
I
Man.
have
is,
him,
but
and I'll be
wait,
playing
let
on the
him-
right-hand side
Oh,
tomorrow.
Wait. Let him play another season at Ajax. Calm
What are
down.
we
Then
talking
his
about?
price will go
Boys,
up.
are
Don't
you
be
joking?
silly.
Martin Odegaard would
Another
walk.
season of Dutch football, yeah.
That's
Like,
what I mean, yeah, but he's joined Ajax, isn't he?
There's
Not yet.
rumours.
Joining.
But
He's
like,
leaving
I
the
would
test. Apparently he's available for like 20
he,
mil.
he would start on that right-hand side for United.
Would you not want him in
Over
central?
Marshall or...
No, I'd want him. Like, he's been playing out on that right-hand side. at
Yeah,
the
then he
test.
kind of drifts
And
in,
he
doesn't
drifts
he?
inside,
Yeah.
and I would take him every day.
His numbers have been absolutely disgusting.
I'd have him in the team. Like, would
I
I,
mean-
take him? What a stupid question. Like, would I take one of the top 5 talents in world football at a cut price fee?
It
Yes.
is, but to be fair to Magnus, it is one of the weirdest
There's your answer.
scenarios that's manifested in like with a young player in the last like 4 or 5 years. Maybe like akin to, like if United had let Marshall go, like this he's so obviously talented. He's not fitting at his parent club. Like he's got increasingly better in the Eredivisie. Hasn't he? Good, like solid season at Herenveen,
Yeah.
and then great season at Vitesse.
It's
And
like,
now
would-
you can see Ajax being the next step before he goes to a big club. I do agree with Jalab in that sense.
yeah,
Like a
but
big,
like,
big club. Ajax are a
Let
big
him play
club,
at-
but an
but I would
elite
say-
club.
But I still have him. Like,
Yeah.
would I have him? It's not a question. Like 100%.
I mean, if
would
you're
take
only
it.
spending 20 mil, then sure. I mean, any club.
I would
think
spend
that's
anything
fine.
up to 50. I think. On
Ooh,
Yeah, I don't
punchy.
necessarily agree. I mean,
Like,
I would
50's
agree with
good.
that, to be fair.
It's an
You're not going to spend
investment
50 on
as well.
Fred. Like, there's just no room.
Hey,
There is
for
that.
budget on
They
it.
I'm
chucked
a-
50
I'm a
million
Fred-
away. Like,
Fred-
Like, 50
Fred's
million is nothing
debut
to United.
Watford.
Like, this is what like United just don't care about spending 50 mil. It's just like, we'll take the risk, and that's probably like, you've seen United linked to De Ligt. Obviously, Mino Raiola spreading loads of rumours because United can legitimately just stick whatever Barca are offering and go, we'll offer another 50 on top of that, and it just doesn't care. They don't care.
I'll tell you what, the only thing that might tempt Real Madrid to deal with Ajax is any kind of deals on their youth moving forward, like to offset the kind of
We've got that.
Barcelona link.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's
won't happen, it won't
Barca,
happen.
isn't it?
Ajax won't do
But or to kind of curry some favour when it comes to transferring like De Ligt, I don't know. But like if they got rid of Ziyech, like he's got a buyout of 20 something, hasn't he, in his contract?
Supposedly, but that's been really checked. Like, I saw an interview with Van der Sar yesterday, and he was like, the buyout doesn't exist.
Really?
Yeah. So
Because that's been like quite openly
widely
and widely
reported,
reported. More fake news, but
but it's been. He said that the buyout doesn't exist, but he's promised
they've got a gentleman's
Ziyech
agreement
that he's leaving.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah.
leave.
So maybe the
So Ziyech's
gentleman's
definitely
agreement.
leaving this season.
Yeah.
I'd love him at
Well,
Arsenal.
he said, hasn't he, Overmars as well, that if the right club comes in for him, we've said he can go. And I think maybe that they've
Very
said they won't
family
price him out of a move, which means maybe they don't charge
They'll
50,
probably
60.
let him go
yeah.
for 40, 35.
So maybe kind of the buyouts round about, there. But yeah, if they can bring him in, like for the same money that Ziyech goes, then it's kind of like, what a turnover that would be.
It's pretty good.
Have you seen like highlight
I
reels
think
of him this campaign?
I think Neres will go.
Odegaard.
It's been
Yeah, he's
built.
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous player.
Yeah. If you want to know more about Odegaard, we actually did a podcast on him like midway through the season, didn't we? Because his numbers just like piqued our interest there. So go and check that bad boy out. Let's have some more questions. Someone said, Akash Carter said, hey Kieran, go to Dortmund. Maybe he means for the new, the Schalke replacement. Because Kieran's dropping Schalke like the hot. Victus loves games. Joe, when will you get a soul? It's not very nice, is it?
Well, that's pretty poor. Isn't it?
Usman Dembooz, do you think Havertz would help Liverpool finally win the Premier League? Shout out to him because he's from Namibia. Tuning in from Namibia. Fair play to you, lad.
I don't think Havertz will get started at Liverpool.
Do we have any knowledge on Kai Havertz other than his numbers have been absolutely
He's been playing second striker
Yeah.
rather than midfield. And unless you're going to replace Firmino with him, he's not going to be starting.
Well, the interesting thing though is that since Peter Bosz has taken over, he's actually been playing as like a mixture of a 6 and 8. It's like really
Is that Julian
bizarre.
Brandt or Kai Havertz?
So basically, he's been playing in a midfield 3, but Peter Bosz has this weird tactic where he just chooses to absolutely dominate the ball. So you can see, like, if you ever look at their passing maps, like the centre backs are averaging like 180 passes a game.
That's
since he took
ridiculous.
over, which is just absolutely ridiculous.
That's like 40 more than John Stones.
Yeah, because they're both because Brandt and Havertz can bomb forward so quickly. He's been playing them in the midfield 3. So it's like Havertz and Brandt, and they've got a little partnership, and it's like become known in the Bundesliga as Braverts. And it's like basically when one of them goes, the other one sits back. So like Kai Havertz has been operating as like a legitimate out and out 8. Like pre-Christmas, he was operating as like a second striker winger, like Jalab said, and Brandt was operating as a winger.
Yeah.
And since Peter Bosz has come in, like Brandt's gone from I think 1 goal, 3 assists to like 13 goals in 14 games.
So do you think he'll drop off then with Thingy moving to Dortmund?
I think Havertz will probably end. I think Havertz will end up being a Dele Alli mould player.
Well, it's weird because his key passes have gone way down, and his shots have gone up to like 2.5 a game, haven't they? So he's not been like an elite creator this season. He has been like Dele Alli last season, hasn't he? Like Zach said, a second striker, but maybe his numbers. But that's over the course of the campaign, so maybe his numbers are starting to balance now. Peter Bosz has changed that
interestingly, I saw
philosophy.
I saw a build poll on Twitter yesterday, and it was the best player in the Bundesliga voted for by like I don't know, a few 100,000 Bundesliga fans that obviously watch it on the reg. We don't.
Yeah.
And they had like Havertz as the best player in the league, which is like incredible. Like Jadon Sancho was 3rd.
That's well, he's youngest player to I think it's 50, possibly even 100 now. I can't remember one of those accolades, but youngest German player took that off Timo Werner. Youngest to contribute to X amount of goals. Like he's like a generational talent, isn't he? He's going to have a massive career wherever he goes. But I don't think Liverpool particularly need him right now.
And people are the reason I say that is because people rate Jadon so highly. And Havertz is.
No, it
from
gives
people
us
who
good
watch the Bundesliga every week, like Havertz is better than
gives
Sancho,
us good context,
and he's a year older,
That's
2 years older than him.
Yeah. That is very true.
So if people are talking about potential moves for Havertz, you're looking at like a €150 million player.
Yeah, I think already, and apparently, I mean, forget, did Leverkusen secure Champions League football in the final match week? Because his agent was saying he was going to go to Bayern if they didn't.
Oh no, that would be so tragic.
Yeah.
If Kai Havertz ends up at Bayern, then we all may as well chuck the towel in. That would really be so tragic.
Here's another one for Temps. Temps in the Arsenal dynamic. Because the players are coming back out on the pitch, so we've got time for one more question. People hearing the voice of Martin Keown, so let's relieve you from that.
Listen to us.
Matthew Loden, thoughts on Nathan Ake for Arsenal? He hasn't missed a single game since he joined for Bournemouth, apparently. Would you take Nathan Ake at Arsenal?
I'd definitely take him at Arsenal. I don't know if he'd be in our plans because of how much he'd be worth. Yeah, so realistically, we probably wouldn't go for him.
What did he cost Bournemouth when Chelsea sold him? 15? It's looking like a bargain now, isn't it?
I know Chelsea have a 20 mil buyout clause on him.
Do they? That's interesting, because I'd be exercising that. I think he's a better player than Christensen.
20 mil, yeah.
Really?
I think Ake's better than Christensen, yeah.
I think Ake's a little bit overrated.
I personally feel like Ake's like found his level.
Yeah.
Like I don't know whether he can punch higher than this.
He's not. He's
huge.
He's only like 23.
Watch this, boys. Watch Chelsea for this kickoff. Give us David Luiz and he does a long ball over to Arsenal.
Ooh.
Yeah, we started. Those players got all right.
Oh, look at that! Zach
Proper Sunday League kickoff, bang!
Nice.
I think Nathan.
We lose the ball.
I think Nathan Ake's got another gear in him. Like
really?
He's like 23. Like
I rate him as well.
Like play centre halves in particular.
He can play left back as well.
Peak a little bit later, don't they? So, well, yeah, I'd say
chance.
So. Interesting one though.
All from your kickoff, that was.
Hey, I don't know. There are weird things that we do, like
Right.
this and the corners, and sometimes the free kicks. Look at us pushing forward. No one is.
Slow, isn't it? Look how isolated Giroud is up top.
Guys, get your first goal scorer in the comments below. Obviously, hit like and subscribe on this video if you're not done so already. We'll shout out whoever gets it correctly, and Zach will follow you on Twitter if it's a Chelsea player, and Temps will follow you on Twitter if it's an Arsenal player. So
Deal. Why
just
not?
lovely,
Why not?
lovely guys. Just want one more question while the second half hots up, because Chelsea have started okay, don't they?
Yeah, but we haven't started fast. Like it'll just be another cross that inevitably goes to no one.
Yeah, but isn't that why you're playing Giroud? Like you're playing.
Sure, but we play Giroud is meant to be for his great build-up play with Eden Hazard, right? That was the whole duo connection.
Does he go in?
Well done.
That's quality by Granit Xhaka.
Ved Patil is watching from Mumbai at 1:30 a.m. Shout out to you, Ved. Do you think that Dortmund's new attack can challenge for the title? Of course, making a mockery of every single team by signing 2 great players for a combined 40-odd million, aren't they?
I just feel like Bayern Munich will just buy they'll just buy 2 even better wingers.
They're going to be spiteful, aren't
They're
they?
gonna
They're going to be
Yeah,
spiteful.
and they'll just slap them about and be like, if you did this, we'll do this and also pay extra.
Yeah, their logic
Remember
is
that
you
glimmer
buy
of hope?
Brandt, we
Yeah.
buy
Yeah,
Sané.
literally, exactly.
Like, that is it, isn't it? Their logic is you buy Brandt, we buy Sané.
Yeah, it is.
Like you buy Thorgan Hazard, we'll go and buy Jadon Sancho off you.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing they'll do, and it's just
As
Well done,
good a
Hazard.
job as Lucien Favre has
Here you
done
go.
this
Go on.
season.
Go on.
Go on, Hazard.
This is it. You're in.
Giroud.
He's offside.
Shoots.
Was he not off?
He's offside.
That's
isn't
No,
he?
he's off. He's off.
There's a thing here about Hazard
Yeah.
being taken out.
I mean, as
He's
much
saying,
as, much as I actually have kind of liked what
Was he on a
Favre
free
has
kick?
done with Dortmund this campaign,
I don't think so.
that now was the time to win the Bundesliga, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't do it.
Well, this season, sorry. Like
He's on.
they're not going to. Bayern aren't going to give you that sniff of
Yeah,
hope
I mean, that's
2
is
years
that
in
a
a
free
row.
kick, is it? And the other one wasn't a penalty.
No,
you're saying?
Yeah, that is enough. I mean, just looking at him. And
What's
He
trying to do
literally
that.
punches
What's happened
Monreal
now?
in the face.
Now I've seen the replay.
Because Monreal's just gone like this and gone like
Go on
that.
then, somebody describe what's just happened.
So Eden Hazard is running towards the goal before giving the ball to Olivier Giroud. Is it a free kick?
Surely not.
No, it's a corner. It's a corner.
painting
and-
a crystal
and
clear
resulted
picture.
in Giroud having shot for a corner. However, there was a bit about Eden Hazard running into Monreal, where the Monreal had purposely stopped him. What a corner!
Oh.
Going back to your point, Jalab. But that's your boy Hazard. That's not even
But
Willian.
this is what it's been all season: is us targeting the front post and it not even going in the air into the box.
I'd like to
It's
see.
such
I'd
a
like to see
weird tactic.
McCubbin in a one-on-one on Euro Football Daily take on the art of the lost corner. a 40-minute eulogy.
Yeah, because
I'd
you know
love
what?
it.
They are tragic in the league. They are literally tragic in the Premier League. None of them beat the first man. It's such an underutilised art, man.
It is.
Of course.
It is
Statistically,
hard,
you
though,
just
isn't it?
never
Like,
score
it's
from a
very-
corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't. Yeah.
Like
You really
I,
don't.
But I
I
mean,
read a
statistically, get it
useless.
over the first man.
Oh,
Giroud!
He's celebrating.
and it had to.
No, he's not. He's putting his arm up. He's putting his arms
That
up.
is a quality ball from Emerson, but also fair play to Giroud here for the hard work. I'm just waiting for the replay to give you a little...
Maurizio, you didn't even get out of the chair, big man.
I did.
Oh
I
dear.
did. The boys are celebrating it very...
I tell you what,
quickly.
that is peak Giroud, isn't it?
Oh.
That little stooped
play.
header is peak Giroud.
It
Fair
comes
play.
off his head at 100
Okay,
miles an hour.
So, it comes out to Emerson on the edge of the box and whips in the ball with Giroud essentially doing a diving header from the penalty spot into the bottom
Brilliant
left-hand corner.
header.
It is a quality header.
He has turned
He
a
is
bang
done
average
very well.
cross,
Yeah.
a chest-height cross into an absolute peach of a header.
Wow.
That is what you need.
power
Your
on that
man
header.
Aubameyang can't do that.
What do you mean our man Aubameyang can't do
The
that?
power on that header is
You're on about.
Salt in the wound
There
there.
you go.
unreal.
Giroud, fair play to him. This is what I mean. I'm actually very happy he's stayed for the year. And this is what I'm saying. If we can give Tammy Abraham and Batshuayi a try, and if they don't work out, just stick.
How many
Giroud there.
tries
It's
is
absolutely fine.
Batshuayi going to get?
Well, he hasn't been tried. That's the thing.
Love the
hasn't-
disdain in that statement.
He
He
has
hasn't
been
No,
tried.
he hasn't. Not at all.
Oh.
He's been tried
I'm sick
by
of Van
Dortmund,
Straten telling me he's a long-term
Sevilla.
solution. He's
No,
not.
but he's been tried and scored and been sent on loan.
He has. He's been unlucky with injuries as well, hasn't he? Like with
Dortmund,
they
Sevilla,
might have kept him.
Palace. None of them wanted him.
Valencia.
Valencia.
I tell you, do you know that an Italian manager hasn't won the
brilliant.
Europa League since 1999? Bit of a weird one, that.
Brilliant header. Wow. 11
Yeah,
goals
I mean,
in
it had been-
14
it had
matches.
been dominated by Spaniards
Yeah,
as well.
just something I remembered.
Look at Giroud. He scored a goal. He's now ready to defend a cross from Arsenal.
11 goals in 14 matches. That's bloody impressive.
That
isn't
is.
it?
And
Oh,
that
yeah,
doesn't
quick
include
reply,
his 3 assists either.
Oi, dodgy!
Oh, referee. Well done.
Really good
hello.
spot by the ref.
back
Kante's
for?
won a free kick.
I mean, they've wiped out Kante.
Right, let's
Is
go.
it?
Let's go to some comments about the goals. Booty Fibre, I
What a
called it. Jup Jones Galazzo, also a very good podcast from James Richardson, the Galazzo podcast. Go and watch that. Prawny 2601, Zach can't hear. Don't know how that relates to the situation.
Cheers.
Eshwar Sabra Maniam called it.
Emerson, please.
Newbie 2K7. By the time they reacted to the goal, we'd already seen the replay of it.
Hey, well done.
That's the art of live streaming. That happens.
The delay.
Oh,
What's that called? I went to a Sports Tech 2019 talk, and I learnt the
There we
technical
go.
term for this.
Delay?
delay.
No, it's
Delay?
begins with L. Oh, come to me.
Lag.
Latency, yes, Michael McCubbin. It's like he was at the
Mikey.
talk with me.
Mike, you
You're
didn't
not
even
on
need
the
the
camera,
talk,
Mikey.
mate. Just
Here
knew
Here we
that.
go. Here comes the second one, mate. Hazard. Give away your ball.
Totally off topic. Joe, our
Push it.
vibe about for AJ versus Ruiz.
Yes, we are
He
indeed.
ran that far.
If you do want to watch AJ versus Ruiz, then come and subscribe to VYB on YouTube, because we will be doing a live stream for AJ. Obviously, Sav spent a week training like AJ. If you haven't watched that video already, go and watch it. And we also have a very, very special video dropping tomorrow. Well worth subscribing just for that. I've seen it today and it's ridiculous. So yeah, tune in.
What boots there by Aspie? Just give him some black Adidas.
Right, Michael Carr, treble, my son, yeah. Decent. First Celtic related comment on there, so I'm going to read that out. Sandor Jablonki, goal, prediction 2-1 Chelsea. Okay, so we've got two more goals in it according to Sandor. Joe, what do you think of Igor?
Igor, the keeper.
That's Tyler the Creator's new
Tyler's
album.
new album.
Great
Oh, right,
album.
okay.
It's a great album.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my type of music.
It's more
So
your
I'm
type
not-
of music, isn't it, Temps?
I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
I'm
it's a
not
really good album.
that into it. But Temps, you
I
rate
think it's
it
because
high, don't you?
you're a hype beast.
What's that
mate.
one song with that music video? Where it's set on fire?
Earthquake.
That is sick.
That's definitely his best song.
Oh, really?
Maybe ever, to be honest. That was like probably the best
Well, it's
song.
not really a
he's
rap
written.
song, is it?
It might be his best song ever, to be fair.
Right, fair play.
In my opinion.
Eden here is actually-
Duke, I paused my TV so I can watch at the same time as you guys.
Oh,
Shout
bless
out
you.
Duke,
That's what we wanna see.
DEUC.
What a legend.
What's the matter with you, Duke?
Go on, play him. I'll be honest. This half, you've been nothing. Oh,
Aye.
Giroud again. Oh,
Oh.
you bring it down.
I think Menez is trying to wind me up. Chris, what do you make of David Turnbull to
Oh.
Celtic?
Oh, he's pulled his groin.
David Tam.
His groin's
Is that the
gone.
young? Is that the young guy from?
Well, you're off the pitch.
Turnbull,
What do you
that was the
mean?
substitute keeper for Chelsea
I
back
don't
in the
know,
day.
What is
Ross
Giroud moaning
Ross
about?
Tam.
I love
Ross
Giroud's
Tam.
like, stop the game. He's like, you're off the pitch, Olivier.
That could be a groiner. That
Oh.
could very easily be a groiner.
A groiner.
Yeah.
Nah, he's back up the big sexy hunk. Right, Newbie 2K7, Giroud hurt his big old balls. There we go.
Can't take it in the back.
Oh god.
Oh god. Yeah.
Paul Lawson, what
Wait.
is your evaluation of Aston Villa's squad and chances of staying up? Let's talk about promotion and relegation as a whole. I mean, I kind of got interested in the Championship towards the end of the season, especially with Leeds
Every
and
year,
Bielsa, and we all wanted those to go up.
Great
didn't we?
turn.
Oh, what a horrible touch.
But do you think any of the teams next year stand a chance of going up?
Oh,
I mean,
who
stay
went
up,
up?
sorry.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield United.
Villa, sorry, Sheffield United. Sorry. Aston Villa and
Something like that.
Norwich, 94 points, I think, yeah.
Norwich will go down.
What a header.
Sheffield United will go
I
down.
mean,
Villa
I
will
really
stay up.
thought Fulham had a good chance with staying up, and they didn't. For instance,
Sheffield
we all-
United's.
Their tactics.
Sheffield
Good luck.
United's chances not. It would be like Huddersfield Town staying in the Premier League again for me. Like,
Then-
that's the sort of
yeah.
level that
Yeah.
they got promoted
They
with.
did- they
Chris
did
Wilder's done an amazing job. Don't get me wrong. I think no manager.
Chance!
Please
Go on, Lacquer! Go on! Oh, unlucky. Well worked.
No manager.
Oh, referee,
Free
fuck him.
kick.
Give him a yellow.
In fact, the only manager that has taken more points over the last 3 seasons in England's top 6 divisions than Chris Wilder is Pep
Hello.
Guardiola.
Really?
Which is a super impressive stat, given
Yeah.
that he got him promoted as well from League One.
Yeah.
So,
And of course they did
Wilder,
that.
Chris Wilder, yeah.
He was the behind the scenes in that great video that
Yeah.
who did?
So I think
On
he
transfer
was Bleacher
deadline
or
day.
something like
Yeah,
that.
Bleacher.
But yeah, he's done a fantastic job. He's not got much money to spend, if the rumours
Yep.
are to be believed. The squad is extremely championship.
The squad is extremely
this
Brexit.
year more than ever,
There
I
is
feel the loan system in the Championship has come to an effect. So many more clubs seem to be loaning players from the Premier League. These youngsters like Tuanzebe the commentator said it.
Yeah,
there's
they have to.
Derby and Villa in particular.
The Premier League loanees are winning people promotion.
Yeah,
aren't
exactly. But the issue is they're then losing them, and not having enough money to be able to buy them, and 2, not having enough money to buy an adequate replacement for them.
Well, it was a massive problem for Fulham this season, losing Matty Targett, who was by far their best fullback last season.
Oh my God, he should have left that.
Well, obviously, they couldn't get him back, and then they
It's
tried
so
to replace
frustrating
him
to watch.
with Brian. Who was it? Yeah, I think it was Brian from Bristol City. And that's probably going to be an issue for United. It's definitely going to be an issue for Villa. Probably going to lose to Nzabi unless United choose to bring him back.
Do you not think their chances of retaining him are now, like, Nzabi's of the age where, like, United are going to let him go, surely?
He's only 21, I think.
But for, like, do you think he's going to... Has his time not come and gone at United?
No, not at 21. Like, this is
Not
his
if
first
Chris Smalling
loan.
and Jones
This is his
decided
first
to.
ever loan. To Nzabi's first ever loan.
Fair enough.
No,
Maybe
we're
I'm
equal.
thinking
I think
of...
you're thinking of Fosu Mensah.
Fosu Mensah
at
as well,
Palace.
yeah.
But like this is Nzabi's had a great season from as well. Like started centre. If I was Solskjaer, I'd be thinking I'm probably gonna bring a centre back in, so I'm not gonna need to Nzabi. I'd just give him back to Villa for another season.
Yeah,
Like,
fair
like keep him down there. Don't need to sell him yet.
And his name's Axel. You got to keep people
He can
like
improve, but like probably gonna lose Tammy.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if they keep hold of Tammy. I would be. As much as he's a club legend now, I'd be really surprised if Jack Grealish is still a Villa player come the start of next season.
Really?
I
That's
think
a
if he
ridiculous shout.
stayed, if they didn't get promoted, he would have left.
That's a stupid shout. He's
But
definitely
because he's been
staying.
promoted, he'll keep.
Why?
Temps has gone nuclear.
Because
I love
he's
it.
just got. He stayed with them when they went down. They've just got promoted. Why would he leave now in their first season back in the Premier League as captain as well?
Because
Why would he
Tottenham,
leave?
if a top 6 club pay £50 million, do you say no?
I genuinely think he doesn't care about that. I think he would rather
You're
be captain
mental.
of Villa. I
Good
genuinely do
censorship
think
there,
that.
mate.
You're mental.
I was going to swear. I'm just so frustrated.
Well,
now.
you genuinely think like you think,
Temps is now a Villa fan.
I would bet you £10 he stays at Villa and for the whole of next season.
Well, I don't know whether MB's
On
going to come
camera, I
in
would
for
bet
him.
you. Well, if they do,
Yeah, I think he's going to want in his career at least one season in the Premier League with Aston Villa as captain.
Yeah.
100%.
But I agree with Joe in the.
Just think if a top 6 club comes in,
Tottenham-
nobody says no.
Yeah, if Tottenham.
Like I've never seen a player say no, and I don't think we'll start with Grealish.
What block?
Oh,
High foot ref.
Ah!
High foot ref.
oh
One
God!
of the two.
Temps? What's happening in the Arsenal box, mate?
Nothing. By the looks of it. I
What
don't
do you
know why
mean? There was
he's-
just 3 shots.
I don't know why he's gone for an
Paint the
overhead kick
picture.
here. I mean, that's just got blocked,
Blocked.
and then he's just going for an overhead kick for no reason. And
Terrible by Kolasinac.
And then
as well.
Kolasinac has just thrown himself at the ball.
Such a poor strike.
Great
by
block from
by
Kante. Well done,
Torreira,
mate.
isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, just to go back to Grealish, I just think if a top 6 club comes in for you nowadays, you don't say no.
Well, I was going to say I
The
agree
disparity's too huge.
in the sense that I don't think Aston Villa financially
Why
can
has he
afford
gone
to turn
for
down
that?
like a 40-50 million pound bid.
They
Like
definitely
they had to get promoted pretty much. And Derby, of course, have failed in the playoffs. What, 4 in the last 5 seasons?
Yeah.
And I think it was Mel. It was in the semi-finals after they beat Leeds that they were like, this is really important for the long-term future of the club. It's the same for Leeds as well. Leeds kind of are gradually just running up that debt. There's some top teams that have spent a lot of money trying to get back into the Premier League, and over 5-10 years, it all stacks up, doesn't it?
Like it's not like Grealish is
Come
20.
on the counter. On the counter. Come on.
If Grealish was like 19, I'd be like, yeah, fair. If Grealish was 19, I'd be like, yeah, fair play.
There would be
Like,
there would be riots with the Villa fans though, wouldn't there? Like,
Would
Not
there?
necessarily.
Would
I
there,
think
like,
they would be. Yeah.
He's stuck with them.
Go on! Oh! Pedro!
Absolute magic from Eden Hazard to fly that pass. And then the Spanish maestro, the consistent maestro, Pedro, who's going to be staying with us for another 2 years minimum, has netted it. In
The
bottom
consistent
right-hand corner.
maestro.
Yeah, he has been wanting this.
Like a word that's quite plain and then maestro.
I mean, sure. I was just waiting for the replay, but from what I remember, Eden Hazard here does a little bit of shimmying and picks out literally the perfect ball. I'm going to miss him so much, man. Let's hope Christensen, Pulisic can do this.
It's Kovacic, mate. Is it?
No, Kovacic gives
Nice.
it to Eden Hazard here.
They do move.
Who
very
picks
good.
out this. Look at this. It's perfect. It's a great run from Pedro as well. It's
Tell
weak
you what,
foot into the bottom right hand
Pedro
corner.
does love that finish, you know, when it's
Yeah.
coming across him and he can just kind of like scrape
it's
it
the-
into the net.
yeah,
it's never like aesthetically
Very
pleasing,
clean,
is it? But yeah,
There's a scuffer.
but he loves a bobbler.
This second half, Chelsea have improved dramatically.
Yeah, massively.
Dramatically.
So what-
Whatever Sarri said in the dressing room, it's been fantastic.
Have we noticed any tactical changes? It's very hard when we answer questions
It seems
as
to be
well.
a
but-
lot less long ball and more, okay, let's try and build up. It's still not as quick as maybe I'd like it to be. However, Kovacic was able to bring it forward. Then Hazard, who made a delayed run, ran round. And again, I think we're just utilising Eden Hazard in the best way possible. But I will have to say, right now, man of the match, Pedro.
Arsenal's defence is looking a lot more stretched.
Assist and a goal.
I think they feel like they're targeting the Maitland-Niles flank a little bit more. Like look where he is. Look where he is on the pitch.
It is worrying me though because we are leaving. Look at Kolasinac as well on the left. No one's marking him.
That's so sloppy, isn't it?
What's that?
Yeah, I feel like Chelsea have gone up a gear as well though.
Yeah,
like in their press, in everything off the ball, everything on the ball. They've definitely got tighter. Like in the first half, everything was so sloppy. The press was slow.
Yeah.
The passes weren't hit clean.
Careful,
second half, everything's changed.
Oh Jesus Christ! Gaffer's left foot is an embarrassment.
I mean, they finished the first half strongly. It's just carried over to the second half, hasn't it? But like you said, actually,
I think we're a bit fortunate as well. By the way, I think there was a foul to Arsenal that the ref didn't give
on the halfway line.
How about the penalty?
That's Hazard involved in like
Already.
what could potentially be a couple of second assists, like him bringing Jorginho into the game, like Kovacic bringing him into the game there. Like they're starting to actually put together some more joined up attacks, aren't they? Menez has asked, when will PVS feature on FDFC? If you think PVS is going to stay after work to do squad goals, you're very much mistaken.
Actually, he is planning. He actually has been very busy on the days we've been shooting, so fair play to him. However, if you would like to see him on FDFC soon, please keep an eye out on our Instagram and on the channel over the next few days, maybe tomorrow even, as we may have a new strand launching with him on it, where we...
Yeah, watched it today. It's very good, well worth tuning in for. Football Daily, can I have a link to the Discord? Kieran, can you drop down the comments? People asking for the Discord.
Look up.
Great knock.
No, it isn't. Go on, Emerson. Flip. Run.
He's so slow,
Run.
isn't he?
Who, Emerson?
Yeah.
I mean,
Mr. He just give up there.
Yeah, Mr. Dodador has said Emerson was the only Chelsea player on the pitch for the first half. I barely even noticed him, to be fair. Top 4 predictions for next season already from Usman Dembélé. Who do we see missing out?
Kovacic, unbelievable.
That's the best thing he's done all season. Nearly the best thing he's done all
incredible.
season.
He's got to pull it back though. Oh, ref's not pulled it back. He's being dragged.
He had the chance to play it though, didn't he? That was fantastic. You know, moments when he looks like Eden Hazard, when he gets that low sense of gravity.
It's been a weird one for Kovacic because
well played, Jorginho putting in the sliding tackles.
Xhaka lunging.
Come on.
Giroud's been quality man as well.
Yeah,
Giroud and Pedro have been fantastic.
I think Giroud's been man of the match so far.
Either him or Pedro's got a goal and assist. Yeah, Kovacic has been a weird one. Like, I really,
I think something's happened.
Don't say that.
Why would you say that?
Look at the comments, man.
What is the matter with you?
Well, I just couldn't contain myself, could I? Why are you being like that?
Kovacic! That is mental, by the way.
I'm fuming if they...
Sharp.
Oh my God, Pedro throwing a step up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and it's a Stonewaller and it's Maitland-Niles. He's having a horrible second half being
Rule number 1 of being on social. Don't
give
spoil
away
it.
I'm inexperienced.
I'll be honest, there were some few great runs. Kovacic ran past about 4 different men. Finally, looking like the player I've always wanted him to be.
But
Pedro picked up the ball.
That all starts with Jorginho winning it back and recycling it there. Like the midfield is all of a sudden looking very functional.
I do feel like I honestly think Jorginho has been a bit underrated.
So immature. He reads it. Giroud sees it coming a mile off. It's so immature by Maitland-Niles.
That's so good from
Just
Giroud.
leaves his body there. Giroud knows his contact.
Look at that. That's minimal, but he's to the wrong side. Awful. Wobie's about to come on.
Go on.
Wow.
Go on, Eden.
A lot of people saying give it Kepa.
Real game changer, Wobie.
Okay, I mean, it's 2-0. This could be it. This could be the Europa.
His celebration
His
celebration is going to tell a lot about
Hazard as well, mate. Yes! Go on, Eden.
What's his celebration?
Ampadu loves it.
Great guy, by the way.
Yeah. And if you'd like to watch a video with Ethan Ampadu in, then go and check FDFC. What do we call it?
Bucket list.
Bucket list. Go and check that afterwards. One of our 48 shows.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
There we are. Let's throw over to Adam T. And if we're on the football social right now, they'll be zooming in really annoyingly, like close to your face. Can we have a piece to camera, mate? How are you feeling?
I'm not good, Chris. Not good. We're currently 3-0 down, and we should have had a penalty at the start of the game. And we've just been rubbish in the second half, man.
And haven't touched it in the second half, have they?
Our final ball in the whole game has been really bad, but in the second half it's been non-existent.
Oh
Can we
my
scrub
God.
back to the start of the stream when Zach didn't care about this game as well?
Yeah, I do.
I love it. The claws are coming out.
I've got to go home with him. I'm fuming.
100%. I do want to say, everyone came up to Hazard and hugged him.
Oh, yeah, imagine going to Baku to watch this 3-0.
Yeah, being a gooner.
Gendouzi's come on for Monreal.
Imagine going all the way for this.
So has he gone 4 at the back? He must have gone 4 at the back.
Doesn't
then.
He gone
matter,
forward
does
at the
it?
back, moved. Kolasinac and Maitland-Niles to orthodox wing backs, and then gone to a free of
you
Carrera,
boys-
Gendouzi, and Xhaka.
You boys are waving away.
This could potentially
Dude,
be
Champions
the
League
worst
football.
week of my
And
life as an
Torreira's
Arsenal
coming. Is he
fan.
Oh,
crying?
he's crying, Torreira.
Torreira's crying.
Bless the little
Aw.
rapscallion. And he's not shook
Should we do
Unai
an
Emery's
answer?
hand.
No,
So,
he-
yeah, grouchy.
Right,
He's a
now
little bit
a
of
real
a-
game
He's
changer
an
on there,
emotional
Alex
player,
Iwobi.
isn't he?
If a man can come back and
He's
score
crying
3
for
goals and
I
really
love
change
that.
the game, it is
I
Alex
love how
Iwobi.
committed you
Iwobi.
tried to be to the stream there. Fair play to you.
Oh, bless him. He is really in tears. I think I'll be like him.
Any danger of somebody putting an arm around him?
Well, at least he gets a direct flight home. The rest of the four, so they have to be like 4.
At least he's
don't
not
they?
going back
Why is he
right
crying?
there, yeah. He's not got to go back via Macedonia on Wizz Air.
You'll be home by tomorrow morning. The rest of us, bloody way.
You will.
I will.
No, Thames
Oh,
is
boys.
going out after this.
I'll be honest, Chelsea right now are,
They're getting lost.
are having
Any chance,
a whale of a
Gendouzi?
time. Hazard is slapping everyone about.
I tell you what,
And picked a flipping mad ball.
there was a 20-minute period where Arsenal's midfield were dominating and they were pressing Chelsea in, but I haven't seen Xhaka. I haven't seen Xhaka in half an hour.
Jalab has suddenly turned on the irritation switch of being a
So
smug
irritating. I
smug
hate how smug
Chelsea
he is.
fan. And at the start of the game, was just so disinterested.
Didn't even want to win
Do
it.
you know what? You talk to him when they're losing, he just shrugs.
Yeah, cool.
Changes the subject straight away.
100%.
Doesn't want anything to do with it. Not a Chelsea fan when they lose.
100%.
Proper fair weather fan, aren't you? Doesn't
Love
anything
it.
I
like
don't know
it.
what fair weather means.
I love it.
Oh, you
Give him a
dirty bastard,
Give him a goal for that.
Iwobi.
Give
God.
him a goal for Iwobi doing that.
Oh my god.
Send
that
him
was
off.
naughty. That was
I
naughty.
told you, this kid's onto a madness.
Christensen, he's actually been quality this game, to be fair to him.
23 minutes, 3 goals. We need the miracle of. I mean, what's
I feel it.
what's a B word? Like the miracle of Istanbul. We need a phrase now for
I can
Baku.
feel it. There's a goal coming.
The
Battle of Baku.
the Battle of Baku. Yes, Michael McCubbin.
Mikey's made for them.
The Battle of Baku. And Arsenal are going to score from this free kick, and it's going to be
Right.
on.
Hashtag Battle of Baku
I'm
if you
telling you.
believe in the comments below. The 50 people that are left on the stream, stay with us because it could be one hell of a
Xhaka
finish.
whips it in. Goal!
Go!
Go on, there. Oh.
Goal!
Always.
Oh,
believe.
Here it goes! Oh
Wow.
It's coming, I'm telling you. Iwobi! Oh! Get the ball! Oh! The game changer!
Alex!
Absolute game
Absolute
changer!
scenes. It's a rocket from Iwobi.
He started like a man on fire, Iwobi. He came on the left, did 2 people, won the free kick. Now he's chopped on top bins.
Hell of a goal.
Oh,
Outrageous.
absolute
goal.
Lord of the
Fair
Pings,
play
mate.
to him. Fair play to him.
What a goal.
Oh, I love it.
Quality.
You know, when they
Ooh
cut
la
across
la.
it as
Yeah,
well
it's
and it
nice.
nestles in the side netting. The Battle of Baku is on.
Oh.
Michael McCubbin's
Get the ball.
christened it. We've got ourselves a goal only seconds later. Bloody hell.
Look at that bottom.
Wow. Iwobi's up for this, I'm telling you.
Bless
He
you.
came
I mean,
on, he did
came on,
3
won two,
three
won-
men
won the
straight
foul.
away.
Got the goal.
Now
Mr.
is the
Doddy
game's
my
on.
friend predicted 3-1 to Chelsea, lol. So he's just really taking the sting out of that.
Game on now.
Yes, Madden Jallo
Come on,
Barrow,
come
Battle
on.
of Baku. Kieran Sutherland, Battle of Baku. He's put Battle or Baku, but we'll forgive you. Amazir, Abassi, Battle of Baku. It's all happening.
Abassi.
Let's get the old
That's how,
Baku
Sam
going.
said it.
Battle of
Sam said
Baku.
it, isn't it?
Sandor Jablonki, read my comments, say my name. There you go.
Done.
Probably read one.
Uh,
Not red.
Grammar.
Red.
Grammar
Oh,
from
read.
Hamill.
Yeah, fair play. I've let myself down there big time.
Chelsea need to get the ball back and make it calm down a bit right now.
I'm sorry, we won't be fielding any other questions for the next 5 minutes while the Battle of Baku rages on. We're going to be fully tuned into the game.
Oh, Mesut!
That's it, Kante. Take it. Now, if you're going to slow it down. Willian is getting ready to come on.
That's a great ball.
Oh, well done. Whoever, was that Koscielny?
Really well done.
Shield
There.
out, shield out, shield out.
Class by
pulled
Koscielny. He's
him.
just
He's
pulled
pulled
his
something.
own. He's just pulled his.
Staffy.
feels so
Here
bad.
comes
He's cramping.
Staffy
He's cramping.
then.
He's playing through the
Mate,
pain.
Koscielny is arguably one of Arsenal's best ever centre backs.
Yeah, let's throw that out there. Why not? I'll take that.
He's up there. He's absolutely up there. William's coming on. How do you feel about this one?
I hope he
Operation
takes the corner.
Back
Get him on
Istanbul.
there, get him on
Love
corners.
that from
Get
Kieran.
him on the corners.
Oh, bless. Well done, Petra, mate. You've had a solid
Someone's
game.
just going to put 4-1. No, someone's. You know the man has said 4-1. So why don't you believe? Why don't you believe in the Battle of Baku? Could be a Chelsea fan.
Don't
to be
be
fair.
reading out any
Willian is
scoreline.
taking the corner.
Dare read any new
Willian is
comments
coming
out.
on and taking the
Willian
corner.
take this corner. Will be going absolute.
I don't know. I don't know what's happened.
Well, I've just seen Chris's face here, so it's 4-1,
Mate, I've
isn't it?
absolutely had it
He's
with you,
passed
Hamill.
it.
I've actually had it with you.
Why are you watching my face?
Oh, go on, shoot!
Gutted. You
Don't
lot.
read live comments.
Well, I
I've
was.
had it with you.
What
Give
do
me
you
the
mean?
iPad. Give me the
The
iPad.
people,
delay.
the
You need a
people who
delay.
are tuning in live deserve to be heard
2
as and
minute-
when. It's 3. They're stuck with us
2 minute
since
comment
3-0.
Oh, go on.
Oh, what is he doing?
Go on.
Oh,
Is that
no.
Kovacic
This
Giroud?
might be the
Oh,
goal.
God.
Giroud.
What have you done there? What have Arsenal done there? That's embarrassing. This is the Eden Hazard final. They've ruined the Battle of Baku.
What have Arsenal done there? What have Arsenal done there?
Oh, this is beautiful. Giroud, as you said earlier, probably man of the match.
Make the most of it,
Eden
Zach,
Hazard,
'cause
probably man of the match.
he's off to Madrid, mate.
So what? So what? There's literally no one in
What?
Arsenal's team like him.
What?
Oh, look at you two.
What are Arsenal doing? Didn't they, we just built up a
Capitulating.
second narrative for this game.
We just watched Arsenal have a goal kick and do this.
Oh, Aubameyang.
Aubameyang.
Oh, Aubameyang.
There's your best player screwing up. Here's our best player scoring a goal. The ball from Giroud is absolutely
That's
delightful.
outrageous.
Giroud has been the best player on the pitch.
That
by a
ball from
mile.
Giroud.
But this is what I
Why?
mean. This is why Giroud's playing, right? Because
Can
we
we-
mentioned before this, the little 1-2
Giroud
with
is just,
Eden Hazard.
he's just picked
I'll tell you
sandwich
what,
there.
Ian,
And he's,
Benzema won't be doing those balls in Madrid.
I mean, that's
Petr Cech
it.
is useless in those situations
What
as
do you-
well.
What do you expect?
Look at that for a dive! Where's he doing?
Have you just tried to blame Petr Cech?
I'm blaming Petr Cech. Why are we playing Petr Cech?
It's
Why are
come
we
full
playing
circle. We're now on to...
It's like a testimonial game. I'm playing Petr
Chelsea
Cech.
beat.
It does feel. Do you know? It has a real feel
You should
of
play that,
like
though, yeah.
an
Pre-season
international Champions
friendly.
Cup game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of like
It is because they're
being
all
played in
getting, yeah,
America.
they're all starting to
One
go
of
red
those
as
like
well.
Do you know
really
what- do you know
expensive
why it
friendlies
is?
in America.
It's because it's rubbish and you can't see any fans in the stadium. You can see them now and they zoom in a bit.
I
It's
mean,
gone.
it's not great. I'll be honest.
Adam, the Star Wars nerd, has said this is now the Baku bloodbath. I like that. Let's have some new nicknames for it.
Brilliant.
Oh, make it 5-1, guys. Go on.
That'd
That'd
be
be
really- that'd
amazing.
be-
I mean, if it is, I'm going to
humiliating.
read it out at this
That
point.
is
Right?
actually...
Please.
that would be embarrassing.
Madden Jallo Barrow, WTF? Did we not put in Leno? I don't know. He's obviously
I don't know what-
he's team temps with blaming Petr Cech for that goal. Eden Hazard 6 yards out, superb ball across goal. I'm
Mate.
not sure how Petr
At
Cech
least we're in this
is
together.
to blame there.
What did Sarri say at half-time? Because, Jesus
Do
Christ.
the Arta Buruk has said Giroud deserves man of the match, but probably won't get it, unfortunately. Would you go for Buruk? Would you go for Bournemouth's goalkeeper? Would you go for Giroud over Hazard at this point?
At this point, sure, yeah, sure. I mean, he won the penalty, he scored 2. Did he get the assist for Pedro's? No, that was Hazard.
he scored 2,
100%.
Giroud?
Yeah, he scored 2. The header, great header, and
No,
then
he scored one. Hazard scored.
Oh,
two.
then he won.
Pedro
Yes,
scored
sorry,
one.
yeah. Yeah, probably Hazard will win it then when he scored 2 goals and got an assist. 3 goal contributions in the game. Normally wins
The
man
battering
match.
of Baku comes
Especially
from
when he's
Bobby
leading,
Prentice.
like,
Good
so, yeah,
stuff.
last game.
Joe Sayer won't stop asking if Grealish should move. We'll address that at the end. We'll give this game another 5 minutes, see if something else happens. Jam on completely killed the comeback vibe. I'm feeling the studio's got very flat all of a sudden.
4-1. It's not looking good. Temp's gonna have to clip up his own reactions.
He is as well.
I'm not. Sonny's doing it, so he'll enjoy this, Sonny.
The Baku bludgeoning.
Good
I
fella.
like it. Good
Good.
synonyms. Good synonyms.
Baku bludgeoning. Wow, this
Do you
is
remember
just
the bludgeon?
this is becoming a humiliation for Unai Emery, by the way.
James Lane's put 4-4 in the comments, so we might have missed 3. 3 goals might be on the way.
Do you remember the
It was
bludger
Hazard.
from Harry Potter?
Bin, mate.
The bludger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually saw people playing Quidditch on the
Yeah,
park.
Cut and comment.
no.
Oh, Kovacic, get in the bins.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh!
Chelsea are playing really
Well done.
Strong
beautiful.
parry
This,
from
this
Petr Cech.
second half is one of our best halves this season.
Yeah, Chelsea have been brilliant second
I also
half.
don't think Arsenal have been great.
Alright, but you're very exposed there.
This is, yeah, I mean,
Like,
where's
very exposed.
Come on.
That's so rubbish by Aubameyang. Why
Aubameyang's
do you
been,
take it so wide?
he's been absolutely howling.
He
this
really
game.
has, isn't he?
So
He's been
wide.
so bad in this game.
maybe we did get the good end of the deal. That's a good solid save from Czech.
Absolutely. Arsenal need Divock Origi from Kieran Sutherland. That's not going to be read out, but a good use of the B word. Rhymes with Lukaku, almost. Omar Yaha, we are a joke. The Baku balls up.
Isn't it-
R.I.P. balls up, pouring out for the X
Ross
channel.
is an inhaler.
There you go. Was it
that?
Kovacic for Barkley? Yeah, I shot.
The
Another
band,
unpredictable move.
Duke, hashtag the banter in Baku. The Baku butchering, that's not bad from Patrick Fockert. I'm sure Thames is fucking sick of this. Yeah.
One of your best games this.
Deary me, it's gone on.
For the club.
Here you go. What, Thames?
Yeah.
As an Arsenal fan, you finished outside of the top 4.
Yep.
You're getting absolutely pumped in the final.
Hammered,
Europa
some
League.
would say.
You haven't won a cup.
Yep.
Is Unai Emery the right man to lead you into the next season?
It's only his first season. Like, I'm not going to be one of those fans that say, "Oh, Unai out because we've got to Europa League final and lost."
But do you agree with George that
Give him another season?
This season, whether did it depend on this game whether it was a failure or a success? Is there an in between? Are you saying there is a third option? It's not as simple as.
I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think it is as simple as like success or failure. Like, I give him another
slow
season.
progress.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a project as well. We've had a change of manager for the first time in 22 years. Like, obviously, it's gonna be a slow burner. Yeah. It's not his squad still.
I mean, you're still crap away from home.
We are,
and you're still not in the Champions League.
And we're still in the Champions League. So really, what am I missing?
Very slow progress.
The trouble is, there's just
can't miss what you never had.
Like, if Allegri was being like, "I'll take over at Arsenal," I'd be in the streets tomorrow.
Allegri, I mean, that'd be quite a change.
Yeah.
How was Kante today, mate?
That'd be quite a change of philosophy, wouldn't it? This isn't what you want to see. 76 minutes, Mesut Ozil trotting off for Willock.
For Joe, oh god.
Oh, this is literally this substitute probably sums up the game. Yeah,
this is
give Willock a day out because he's come to Azerbaijan. It might as well throw him
off. This is proper midsummer game being played in Tokyo at 2 a.m. vibes, isn't it? Willock's coming on in the 77th minute. Yeah. And Arsenal fans are all tweeting saying, "Oh, it's nice to see him get 20."
I'm surprised I can't see a car in the corner of the stadium ready to win at half time.
Will Crotty just said, I just ebaculated. That's pretty good.
Are we still going?
Yeah.
Got a laugh out of him. Probably the best so far.
I like a bit of blue, don't I? Like a bit of blue over.
It's all going wrong here.
Sid Ashton is sticking up for Temps. He said, look at Joe asking Temps about their club manager. As if United have got everything sorted.
What is this like?
For Joe, or is he biting?
But what is this weird thing where like I can't criticise any other manager because Man United are crap? Like, I admit Man United are crap. Doesn't mean I can't say other people are crap.
If anything,
he knows what mediocrity looks like. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right. George Garrett has said, "Is this the worst European final in recent memory?"
Well, they're all bad. All the Europa finals.
Go on, Willock! Go on, Willock! Son!
Wow! What a player!
Get him signed.
I mean, that feels somewhat harsh. Let's stop criticising Joe Willock for coming on.
They're in it.
Barkley.
Can we just not concede?
So
go on, give it Ross. Give it Ross for this.
Just don't concede anymore.
Oh, good save.
Petr Cech!
Great save.
How he is stopping this from being an absolute embarrassment.
Great save from Cech. That guy's our technical director in literally a month's time. We'll be taking Willock.
Josh Davo, the most positive FD fan out there, has just chimed in with "Love it, lads. Keep up the great work."
Oh, appreciate
literally
it,
the loveliest bloke.
That corner went well, didn't it?
That's going to make the Willie in a highlight reel, isn't it? Flip-flap on the edge of the area and then rolled it out of play and fell over.
I didn't see that. I was looking at Patrick Fockert's latest
William
comment.
Disaster.
Emery's losing his mind.
Yeah, he is.
He's on it 3 times.
He's
Back in his coffin at midnight. Absolute raging. If he sat down like this, he'd go, fuck this.
You do apologise as well.
Dearie me.
It's not sponsored, doesn't matter, does it?
Well done.
But we have ambitions for it to be sponsored.
We do. Stop swearing.
If you're a company and want to sponsor Total Football going into next season, just get in touch.
Go on, whoever the left back is.
Good knock.
Oh, I'm not saying.
Send him.
Oh, boys.
Oh, wow.
Play it.
Being carved
Oh,
over.
my goodness. What has happened to your centre halves?
Oh, well done. Good tackle.
Socrates, what's happened to Willian's little burst of speed?
He's 31.
Yes.
That left him at 25, didn't it?
Come on, mate. I listen, just because I feel like Willian gets an awful lot of grief just because Boss had the sheer stupidity to bid £70 million for him, and Chelsea even stupider rejected him.
Another corner. Oh, he's knackered. He's knackered.
He's been on 20 minutes.
Look, he's an experienced player. He knows how to wind
Look at the lino. Why is the lino stood like this? Like, I'm just waiting to see where this is coming. You're like a sim.
Here we go. Corner.
Get out of there.
Chelsea corner. He's going to pass it to Hazard.
It looks like someone you're waiting to talk to on Skyrim. What?
Why is he crabbing?
Oh, go on.
Oh,
He's onside.
Chelsea.
He's onside. And whack!
Oh!
Aspilicueta.
Chelsea are taking the piss now. This is the butchering of Baku now. This is absolutely mad.
I can't wait to see us lift this cup.
Aspilicueta is having shots inside the box. What's going on?
This is honestly ridiculous now. Like, it's just becoming a pummeling.
The substitutes have really weakened Arsenal's resolve, haven't they? Going into a 4-3-3 has not helped them in the slightest. Anyway, let's get a few more questions then. We've got 10 minutes to go before... I think Temps will probably leave on the final whistle, on the dot.
I'm watching the trophy.
We won't be sticking around after the game. Zach will be here by himself.
No, he's watching the trophy list. Brilliant.
I've just realised Barkley will win the Europa League. As an Everton fan, I am fuming. From Doran ZLY. And just to rub it in, the one above all has put, imagine if Spurs win the Champions League now. So you contemplating what it'd be like to win this and Spurs win the Champions League?
This could genuinely be the worst week of my Arsenal life.
Can only but dream.
It's been such a bad season. Arsenal not winning this, not in the Champions League.
It's been a bad season.
Hold on, let me finish.
Chris, get Van Straat on the phone. Should we ring him? See what he thinks of the game?
He won't be watching it.
Let's see if he picks up.
He won't be watching it.
He won't. He'll be reciting Latin.
What's he done to his hair, Alba? He's had that spray. You know that spray you can buy, where you like lay down a bit of paper and just like
doing this
spray
with
paint your hair.
Smoky effect.
This is just sad for Arsenal.
Could have put him in FaceTime.
Hadley Cambino. Oh, come on. Don't trust the connection down here. He's called it. He knows exactly what we're doing.
Got to score.
Big boy save.
Got to score.
Big boy save.
Oh,
Your striker, 57 million? No, thank you. We'll take Giroud. Well done, Christensen, as well. He's been very good this game.
Absolute state of that bit of finishing.
Hamza Mir.
Good ball by Iwobi.
Is Gasperini the best manager in the world? Yes.
Big save.
That is a great save from
block.
Kepa. That's a very... That shouldn't go without a bit of attention, that save.
I agree. I think this season Kepa's been absolutely fine. Like, still nothing. If you're going to talk about his little taff with Sarri.
Taff? What the hell is a
tiff?
taff?
Lover's tiff.
The tiff with Sarri.
Taffy's a saltwater treat, isn't it? This is just another classic Zackism. We all know exactly what you mean, mate. Why people are trying to ruin the game for you by keeping me updated in real time. Emrat Suleimanov. I'm from Azerbaijan. Congratulations.
Sort out the.
Enjoy the game.
Here comes the fifth. Here comes the fifth.
Just getting sliced. Koscielny with no Achilles, is still playing.
I'm guessing people are tuning out. I mean, we've still got 2K, which is pretty impressive considering it's 4-1. We're in the 83rd minute. So shout out to the loyal EFD squaddies.
And if you'd like,
Iwobi's been great since he came on.
Lovely. Go on, one more.
Willock.
No, Joe Pillock.
Oh my word. Willock. How has he missed? Was that Willock or was it Laka?
It wasn't Willock. I think that was Laka.
No, Laka put the ball through.
Was it?
Laka's absolutely fuming.
Oh my lord. How has he missed?
Oh, I feel sorry for the kid. He's only just come on.
Oh, bless him.
There's no feeling sorry for him. He's absolutely got to score.
That is his moment.
I don't think that's.
It's also
bring it back to 4-2.
Well. Yeah, it's a good yard. I mean, at least Willock's looked lively since he's come on. He's getting into decent positions. Like Aubameyang, I'm sorry to say, Aubameyang has been awful in this game. Lacazette, I mean, not much better, but at least he's kind of still stitching together attacks. Gendouzi's
been alright since. Iwobi's been really great.
A little bit more mobile.
But like,
well, at least Iwobi's like.
I don't get. Look how free he is on this left. Like, we're not really marking.
Iwobi's one of the few players in this Arsenal squad that can carry the ball at pace, isn't he? Like he's actually got a little bit of impetus.
Pace, don't you, in this team?
Yeah, big time.
Like Arsenal just really don't have.
Aaron Ramsey wasn't injured. He's
but doesn't this make you question? Pato is always saying I don't want to replace Ramsey. Like I feel like Ramsey's so massive for Arsenal.
He's been one of the best players.
And not just like. He's one of those players who can up his levels in finals. Like he relishes the big stage, and you've got a few kind of shrinking violets, I think, in this team.
Yeah, he does.
Hugely impactful.
It's not needed.
Do you know what I mean? Like he seems to, whenever they're struggling, Arsenal pull them out of a hole and get them a goal, and then suddenly the whole game, the complex changes.
He is very injury prone though.
He just makes Arsenal's their progression, their approach play. I feel like he just makes it look so much more coherent. Like he'll come back, he'll start a little triangle or something, won't he? If it's going right, I feel like he's got good in-game management. Whereas I'm looking at Arsenal's team now, and I'm just like,
But maybe what Arsenal want to do is try and essentially they do want to get a replacement because for Ramsey to stay, they would have to pay him a lot of money. He's already getting on and he's very injury prone. Whereas if they can buy a younger guy who can do that role and pay him not the same amount, obviously
they can't. That player costs like £50 million a
on a free kick.
Yeah, but they might need to.
Right, question for all of you: who's going to have the most interesting summer in the Premier League?
Not Chelsea.
Man United. Man United are going to have the most interesting because they're going to spend
Spurs?
loads of money, bring loads of players in, and get loads of players out. But it doesn't mean they're going to have the best. Like the best to watch will be United because it'll be chaos. Whereas the best.
What do you mean with the transfer committee of Rio Ferdinand and the Neville brothers?
That's not true.
No, it's actually Carrick.
I would love to see that.
Carrick's the first team coach.
Bit of 90s, noughties nostalgia, mate. I'd love to see it.
No, but none of these rumours have actually come to fruition.
Yeah, but I want to believe it.
It's kind of like I just feel there is no real clue what's going on behind the scenes. It's chaos off the pitch. It's chaos on the pitch.
Well, Gary Neville says as much, doesn't he? Like, and it takes quite a lot for a Sky pundit to openly admit their club is kind of shambolic behind the scenes, and he's kind of said as much at the dying embers of the season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Been very refreshingly honest, to be fair. So let's get some comments then. Last 5 minutes, guys. Get your questions in for the boys, and we'll endeavour to get them answered. Iwobi has been very good. Okay, so your views on the Cricket World Cup? Probably not. England are the favourites, aren't they, for the first time, and it's being hosted here, so fair play. Dlamini, don't drown yourself when you sink. That's a bit of an overreaction. Wouldn't encourage that. Christensen has been amazing this game. Javid Ghaffar, are we not shouting out Christensen? Does he deserve a bit more props?
I think we've said it a few times. He had maybe not amazing, but he did make a world-class block, and has had stints where he has been good. David Luiz did sign a 2-year contract in extension.
That's crazy. Why was it 2?
Because we needed him to stay, and he probably goes, okay, I want 2 years then I'm not a year. He'll probably play for that year, and the next season, the season after that, he won't play. However, I'm kind of hoping that the back line next year is Rudiger and
what's Michael laughing at behind the scenes?
Zappacosta's coming.
What's just happened?
Rudiger and Christensen next year. However, I highly doubt it. It'll probably be Rudiger and David Luiz again.
Fair play.
Here he goes.
Bobby
Prentice. You're
going to clap him off, Zach?
Waving goodbye to
performance.
him. Last time you see him in a blue shirt. Scores 2 in the final for you.
MK99 has said, where is Dave Jackson? Oh, no, he's not. That's Bobby Prentice. Where is Dave Jackson? He's currently in the Bahamas. So,
is he crying?
Maybe he's so relaxed he won't care. But does Eden Hazard care?
He's not leaving.
Zappacosta, I feel like he uses boot polish on his head.
He's crying for Eden Hazard.
Hey, look at him.
The Arsenal fan.
It took him like 4 days to get there. Of course he's crying.
MK99 has said he's been a fan since John Babb was young.
No, this means he's gone, isn't it? No, it doesn't. He should clapping everyone's hands, isn't it?
I don't
think. It's what you do.
Why are you trying to second guess him from his body language? What are you, like a CIA agent?
Yeah, 100%.
Zach, he's leaving. Just
get over it.
Get over it. He's gone.
He's gone.
It's like Man United when we lost Ronaldo.
At least he won a trophy.
Are Arsenal a top club anymore? From Hector Ruiz.
It's a good question. It's a very good question.
Salt. Wound.
What do you mean by top club?
Salt meat wound.
Do you mean globally known or not? Are they bigger than Manchester City?
Yes. I hate you so much right now.
I think they're not a top club.
Democracia Camino says Arsenal are the European Fluminense. So
what does that even mean?
Sure,
can you elaborate on that, please?
I assume they just bought all the finals in Brazil.
They're always losing finals. So
Arsenal don't do that.
We should do a video, top 10 bottle jobs in football.
But Arsenal don't lose in finals, do they? Didn't Arsenal have one of the best FA Cup final records of all time?
Yeah. No, I told you they lost 4 out of 5 finals.
In Europe.
In Europe.
In
Europe.
But like in the FA Cup finals, I think they've got one of the best FA Cup finals.
Yeah, domestically. I mean,
because they won like 4 on a bounce, didn't they?
Well, I think didn't Wenger win 5 in total?
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
I just remember Jack Wilshere just repeatedly lifting FA Cups.
And Aaron Ramsey declaring to Tottenham players that Wembley was his pitch, which I'm all for, to be fair. Absolute shithouser of the highest order. What videos do we want to plug in the last 3 minutes? If people are still with us, 2,000 people, go and watch Scott Brown and Filtered Now. Go and watch what?
The Last Ever Sevens. That probably a bit more interesting than this one.
Pull one out.
I'll tell you that. And Tomlinson and me played in it. Good little game. Good game from you.
Which one was this?
Last seven.
The most recent one.
Yeah.
When's it gone out? It's gone out yet?
A few weeks ago.
Oh, class. My bad. Yeah. Also, go and check out. There's a chance. Howling.
Oh!
Was that Joe Willock again that blocked it?
That was Lacazette and
No,
Aubameyang.
but Lacazette into. I think it was Lacazette into Joe Willock. I feel like Joe Willock is not going to sit next to Lacazette on the plane.
They are sad.
I think that was Aubameyang's ball over, wasn't it?
Danny Welbeck's
Yeah.
laughing.
Look into Joe Willock again. Oh, dearie me.
That
says it all, doesn't
Danny
it?
Welbeck's
Says it all.
laughing.
Temps, I'm not even going to ask you a question because you look too upset. Red Devil Gigs podcast every day, please. I would like to stress the Extra Time podcast is an extra piece of content when we have got the time, and it does make our week that little bit more stressful. So towards the end of the season when we're doing live streams, you probably won't see much Extra Time podcast. But in the summer, you will be seeing it a lot more. We have got big plans for it. We told you before. Chelsea players all smiles in the dugout.
Kovacic there, already celebrating.
Branko Freeman, what do you think football would look like under communism?
What an incredible question.
Equal share of wins.
Yeah, everybody. It'd be 0 points for a win, 0 points for a draw, 0 points for a loss. No competitiveness in there at all. Everybody just flatlining.
Proletariat FC, shout out. Talk about the under-20 World Cup. I think it's the under-21s Euros as well. Yeah. Hamza Chowdhury's out there representing Leicester.
Very good side England have.
Yeah.
Mate, Willock's been alright since he's come on. Like, he missed a howler, but at least he's offered something.
James Hayburn, this is just piss. And who would disagree with him in the last 10 minutes?
It's been incredible.
You know, there's still 2,000 of you with us, so fair play.
Is that a player or a fan crying? It's just been incredibly easy for Chelsea tonight in the second half, every single area.
First half.
No, first 20 minutes. Back end of the first half was Chelsea dominating.
Joe, you're so underrated.
Was just incredibly dominant by Chelsea.
Underrated, Joe.
Like they've been all over Arsenal.
Yeah. Literally, Arsenal haven't had a period in the second half.
No, they had the one Willock chance, but that was at 4-1, and it's like. Well, as soon as they got the goal, and you thought, oh, here we go, Battle of Baku's on. Suddenly,
we then went on the other end and scored.
Just pathetic.
But even that, I mean, they've had a few rare forays forward. That oh my God, go on. Down this left-hand side, haven't they? When Iwobi's forced the issue. But they have to just peter down, embarrassingly.
Full time, 4-1
well done,
to
the
Chelsea
boys.
Football Club. Sarri wins the Europa League before he departs for Juventus. Eden Hazard wins the Europa League before he departs for Real Madrid this summer. Everybody's hugging him. He knows it's over. Eden Hazard.
He might as well
saying goodbye to
I can't wait for him to go.
Petter might as well come celebrate.
Oh, come on, he's been a good servant.
No, not for us. For them. For them again. For
Petter's first 2 seasons at Arsenal, he was a very, very good keeper.
He'd bang over his
So what does this mean
we got
for
the tail end
Champions
of his
League qualification?
So this means that basically nothing, because Chelsea had already qualified and...
No, but does it go to another party in a different competition or a different...
I don't think so.
Oh, God, it's weird, isn't it?
It's not particularly great for the English teams. Obviously could have 5
I suppose it's quite good
League,
for the teams that are qualifying though, isn't it?
Yeah, in what regards?
Like maybe one less decent team, maybe it means one less, tough fixture for them in qualification.
What, some of the smaller sides?
Yeah, who were going third, fourth round or whatever.
So. But either way, that was an incredibly poor final. Like, to watch...
That was awful.
Eden Hazard man of the match.
That was a rubbish game, like, to be a part of from an Arsenal perspective. Just not very good. I think Eden Hazard pretty much waved goodbye with that one. But
I think that buys going into the summer with Chelsea fans, with maybe the press's outlook on Chelsea like that.
Does Sarri still stay?
That's going to curry some good faith. Like as much as we were saying, like the Europa League won't make a big difference. Like winning a trophy buys you time.
Does Sarri stay?
I think Sarri.
Is Sarri in the dugout?
Yes,
I think
for
he
me.
is. I think the only reason he'll leave is if Juve come offering, not him getting sacked. If Juve come offering, then that's such an attractive deal, right?
I think
he's got money. He's got nearly guaranteed domestic success. He's got Champions League.
Who are the top managers out there that Juventus could go in for that aren't Sarri? Because maybe that's the question we should be asking. If Pochettino wins the Champions League, maybe. You've got Conte. He's apparently going to Inter.
I think what they'll do, if Juve are going to go anywhere, they'll pick up like some mid-table Italian manager. Like it'll be in a similar regard to I know that Allegri had just won Serie A the season before, but like it wouldn't surprise me if they like went and took Atlanta's manager or Lazio or like Simone Inzaghi from Lazio.
We're about to get a shot of Eden Hazard face up here. We'll be able to tell by then, I think.
Nah, but he's never going to give anything away.
I reckon he is, but he's cried already.
No, he's a pro.
I would love to win the Europa League. If I was you now, I would be.
If you're a professional footballer, winning the Europa League.
No, I mean as a fan, like I mean obviously Celtic, like their chances are kind of come and gone with Henrik Larsson, but I'd be in floods of tears now.
I've met that guy.
And you're just sitting there with your legs crossed like it's nothing. I'm disappointed for Temps. I'm disappointed for football, and you lot don't deserve it.
I agree. Fully agree.
Oh, look at Ozil. He's off.
Mesut looks
delighted. He's off.
Really
why are you taking me off? Go on, check, stay, lift it up with us.
Mesut and Gareth Bale should be in a WhatsApp group. Just them two, like lol, 300k, not going to play.
Imagine he says it here. Imagine he says it live on air. We
not
can't hear
got
it.
a clue
Him
what
going,
is being said
I'm
here
leaving to
by
Madrid.
Eden Hazard.
Right, can someone in the comments let us know what Eden Hazard is saying in his
Please.
post-match interview, because we can't turn the sound on for fear of getting sued.
He wants a selfie.
But yeah, either way, I basically think that he'll be gone in the summer. I think Sarri will be gone in the summer.
You actually 100%. You think Sarri won't be managing Chelsea next year?
Right.
No.
Should we let's read 5 minutes worth of comments and then call it a night?
Yeah.
So we've got Newbie2K7 again saying Sarri should stay. We've got Spencer saying that was a shocking final. Usman Dembele's actually asked this a couple of times, and I think there's just been some goal malfunction when I've asked it. Top 4 predictions for next season, like 1 and 2, probably the same. But who are 3 and 4 for you boys? Starting with Joseph down there.
Same as this season.
I think the same again, yeah.
Same again.
Tottenham will probably finish third this year.
No, I think it'll be probably.
Chelsea have a really big chance of dropping out next season, actually, with the transfer ban and losing Hazard. So
we'll see what happens to United in the summer as well.
City, Liverpool, Tottenham, United.
Ooh, United.
You
were bang on as well at the start of this season. So, Temps?
I'm going to put Arsenal in the top 4. I mean, you're going to think I'm crazy because we just lost 4-1 in the final, but it's another year, isn't it?
Tomorrow's a new day, guys.
It's a year away. I'm putting us back in.
Zacharias, what are you saying?
I go with Joe's. I reckon it'll be Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, United, Chelsea win the Champions League to get through to the Champions League next year.
Fair play. Chucks Brian has said, can someone tell me why Iwobi didn't come on earlier in the game?
Well, I think because it was working first 20 minutes. Kolasinac was getting the free run of the left-hand side. Nobody was picking him up, so that was obviously a tactic that was working. And then after half-time, there was like a 10-minute blitz by Chelsea, in which time Unai didn't have enough time to react. And when he did react, it was too late.
Yeah, it happened very early on, didn't it? Thangalelian Vulnam has said, Baku get Emery Saku. So we've got some haikus going on now in the comments. Love that. So get some more of that. We'll finish off on those bad boys. Sol Hawkins, what do you think about this? Jose Mourinho to Juventus?
No.
Nah.
No, won't happen.
Because of his like love of Inter and his hatred of everyone else in Italy?
I don't think he'll be touched by a top club. Like I think that he's really damaged his reputation at United. Really
God, I'd have loved him at Celtic. Neil Lennon is such an underwhelming person for the job.
Maybe he gets the Porto.
I think he's like his reputation amongst the truly elite in Europe is just taking a massive hit.
But do you not think the Solskjaer finishing 6th and United kind of slipping into free fall again as certain quarters are saying like, oh, was he right about the setup and the players at Manchester United?
Yeah, and those certain quarters are absolute seeds of doubt morons, like as thick as you can get. Like anybody that watched the Jose Mourinho tenure tail out at Manchester United is not saying that. Like the people who are saying that are all the people that are like, well, Solskjaer's struggling. Yeah, of course he is. Have you seen the state of what Jose did to those players when he was there? It was Hazard the Rat 2.0. Now look at Eden. Like it was Pogba the Rat. It was Martial the Rat 2.0. Like Juve just won't take the. Like, why would
at
you
least
have that risk
you can
with
see
Juve?
another year under Solskjaer. It got to a point where Jose Mourinho could literally not be in charge of the club.
I think he should go international.
Go on, mate.
He should go international. He won't. But because he won't be managing.
I'd love him for England. I mean,
not
in a world without Gareth Southgate.
Yeah.
There's no way
Southgate
comes out of the setup now, and England's kind of it's fresh, it's vibrant right now, isn't it? But in a time gone by, I'd love to have seen Jose Mourinho at helm for
Mourinho at England right now would bring back Rooney. You'd have him playing as bloody defensive.
I don't think he would, man.
It'd be so tragic.
I don't think he would.
Hazard was pretty much gone, by the way. He pretty much said goodbye.
Okay, so getting it from Kieran that Hazard has announced that
Who really
he's
took the L
leaving.
then, Zach? Who really took the L?
Sam's trying to reclaim something at the very
You
end
guys.
there. Ryan Kimani saying Roberto Martinez to
fair
Barca, and he's got a Barca badge in his name. I'm not sure if that's him championing that move. Who's got better thighs from Menez, me or Zach?
You can't say I've got the
Well, who
tight
gets
hands,
nominated for Fi Game every year? It's always
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, Hazard did say in his post-match interview there, BT Sport, I think it's goodbye.
Oh, well
though.
then.
Oh, what way to go out? What way
Or
to
he's
go
getting
out?
400 grand
beat
a
the
week.
London rivals in the European final.
That you didn't care about.
Hazard said, I think it's goodbye, but you never know.
You never know.
That's from Lois.
Yeah.
I think,
Or Louis.
I think it depends on
Louis.
Madrid now, probably, then, doesn't it?
Okay, so final couple of questions. Emery sacking coming, question mark? Tams, you don't think so?
No, that's stupid if that happens.
George
Right.
is absolutely gagging for it on Twitter.
Yeah, of course he is.
I hope
Sacking,
George
He
is
was-
on his lock to count right now.
George was gagging for him to be
Barca.
sacked when they didn't hire Arteta instead.
George would never be able to work in football media again if someone discovered that account. Right. Who
Come on,
goes
Barca.
down?
Yeah, it's not Jesus.
Who goes down in the Prem?
Delete it.
Joseph Funnel. Who goes down in the Prem next year?
Sheffield.
Sheffield United, yeah.
No, whatever, yeah, Sheffield United.
Wednesday.
Whatever. Put some respect on their name, Zach.
Sheffield United. Ooh, I reckon Aston Villa and Norwich might stay up. I was trying to think of the other low
I'll
ones.
go Sheffield United,
Who are the other low ones?
Norwich, and I just think
Who?
Burnley might
Yeah,
struggle. I just feel like
Ooh,
Burnley live
Burnley.
in
It's an
3-year
interesting shout.
cycles, and then like
Brighton,
bit
possibly.
Brighton I could
No,
put
I
in
think
there.
Graham Potter might keep them up, man.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I think Graham Potter might do a job there, but I just feel like Burnley. It's like they
It's
seem
time.
to go like ooh, like and then they would tail away, and
European football?
they
Relegation.
just kept themselves there last year. And I just don't see them signing enough names to stay in the division next year.
Is it
So I'll go
McNeil
Norwich, Sheffield United, and Burnley.
Is it McNeil
Fair
or
play.
Burnley?
Are you boys mixing it up? Any other suggestions apart from Joe?
I think Sheffield, Norwich, and I feel like Crystal Palace might have a bad season and be teetering about.
Really?
Not on the Hodgson for me, boy.
Hodgson's
Not on the
got-
Hodgson
I
for
don't
me.
Hodgson's guaranteed
I
safe.
don't know.
Awful shout, Tams. I think they're going to finish mid-table now.
We'll see,
Right.
won't we?
They
We'll
lose
see.
Zaha though. They lose Zaha.
Tahid,
Exactly.
Tahid Karim has just said, I subscribed. Let's end on that.
What a legend.
Well
Right,
done,
shout.
Tahid. Thank you
So-
very much for subscribing. If you did enjoy Total Football, then make sure you hit subscribe, share it with your friends, hit the like button, and turn notifications off. Off. We've got loads more great content coming this week. New videos every single day on Euro Football Daily and Football Daily. Instagram content, Facebook content. Follow us on Twitter as well at Euro Football Daily. Thanks very much for watching. Congratulations to Chelsea. Goodbye, Eden Hazard, and goodbye from us.